friends, we just finished recording Memories of Halloween and talking a lot about Halloween in the workplace. It was really fun. It's part of our exclusive content that appears only on Patreon. You can get access to this content for $1.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's not a lot of money.
It's not a lot of money, but it helps support the podcast and pays for that sweet, sweet pizza and salad and other expenses associated with the podcast.
We have other expenses.
Yeah,
We're not just
do.
blowing it all on pizza.
I mean, you're going to have to rent the movie
Yeah.
that we're getting tonight.
yeah. Hey.
Probably purchase because,
And what else are we doing?
What do you mean?
We bought these mics.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, we'll soundproof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We've got big plans. And you can be part of that if you don't mind, $1 a month. We love
Or
it.
more.
Or more.
Yeah, you could an infinite. There's no upper limit.
As far as we know.
And there are cool things all along the way. So check it out. It's at, oh, man, here we go. Patreon.com/TotesRecall.
Yes.
Wow.
.com.
No.
Um,
Totes Recall.
Whoa! Come
Yeah.
to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we don't remember very well, eat pizza salad, talk about that movie again. My name's Dan.
Wow.
wow. What is even happening, Dan? Are you okay?
You're so hyped up.
Jacked
So-
on this tea.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Well, this is Molly.
I'm also Dan.
And I'm Beth.
And our movie this episode is The Karate Kid?
No, I think it's just Karate Kid.
Karate Kid.
I think there's a the.
I think there's a The
Ooh.
too. Jaquette's
Okay.
bet's The.
The Karate Kid.
Okay.
Karate Kid. Yeah, the Karate
The
Kid.
right?
Yep.
I don't know.
I've been trying
Are you
to.
backing down on?
No, I'm gonna say I'm sticking with Karate Kid.
Okay. I'll
Um,
also say Karate Kid to be spicy.
Ooh, nice. I'm trying to remember when this would have come out
Ooh, good
in
question.
relation because I remember very clearly Karate Kid 2. I had one of the best days of my life when
Ooh.
Karate
Oh.
Kid 2 came out. Up to that point, I was probably between 10 and 12. And my family, we lived in Atlanta, and we had this tradition of going to see the Peachtree Road Race in the morning and cheer for people.
The what?
The Peachtree Road Race.
Which is?
A 10K road race that's super famous in Atlanta, at least, and the international runners come.
So running race?
It's like the Boston Marathon.
Humans. These are humans racing, not
Yeah.
humans in cars.
Or humans on horses.
Oh, yes, you call it a road race because people run on the roads, which I
Oh,
think
okay.
used to be novel.
I see.
I think it used to be novel
Okay.
before everybody just did these races.
Like
yeah.
urban marathons and stuff, and this was
Yeah.
before that, or like it
Yeah.
just started before
People
that.
don't call them road races here?
I don't know.
I've never heard the term road
I think they
race.
just
No.
call them runs, 5Ks,
Oh.
marathons, 10Ks.
Yeah.
Well, in Atlanta,
A
called a
race.
road race.
Great.
Okay.
And
Always?
I mean,
If
oh,
it's on the road,
It's
Okay.
the Peachtree Road Race.
yeah.
That's the name
But
of it.
is that the only road race?
Oh, but you
in
know what? It's
Atlanta?
also named after Peachtree Road,
oh.
which is a very
Okay.
famous road.
This
So
is
is
all
it Peachtree
making-
Road Race?
That's probably right.
Or is it Peachtree Road Race?
I will have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure road race is a thing.
If you're a Atlanta head,
A
tweet
hothead.
at us. What?
A hothead.
Hothead.
No, nobody says that.
An
Nobody's
A-head.
mm-mm.
Hat,
If you're an
no, hat
A-head,
head.
if you're a big A-head,
Yeah.
Go.
tweet at us.
You also got to be a running A-head
Oh,
because
yeah.
we got an A-head right here.
That's true. If you're a big old running A-head, tweet at us. Tweet at us. Hashtag. Let's see. Hashtag Peachtree. Ooh.
This is
Hashtag road race. Hashtag race on a road.
Yeah.
to vote. Okay, so it was the best day, and part of it was that we would go cheer on the runners the Peachtree Road Race, then go out to breakfast, and that was it. Oh, and then sometimes go to the Braves game that night, and there would be fireworks afterwards.
Great.
Uh,
Even if they
but-
lost?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Because it's about 4th of July.
Got it.
It's about patriotism. Okay, it's not just about
Wait,
winning.
the
Okay,
Peachtree.
Dan.
Okay, Dan, come on.
The Peachtree is always July 4th?
Yeah,
The road race?
yeah, the road race.
Okay.
Always July 4th.
Got
It's
it.
an annual tradition. It has been since I think the 70s or something.
Great.
Like
Bicentennial.
10,000 people
Wow.
run in it. It's a huge race.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. And I've rented it. Oh, dressed as Wonder Woman. But this is
Ooh.
not the story I'm telling
Okay.
right now. The story I'm telling right now is about one of the best days of my life in middle school.
Okay.
So we went to the race, and then we went to breakfast. And while we were at
What'd
breakfast,
you have for breakfast?
oh, hot chocolate. I remember that.
Awesome.
And
Just a drink?
It is a great day.
well, I'm giving you the details. Y'all, this will take the entire first half of the podcast if you keep interrupting me because I have not even gotten to the cool part yet.
Okay. I mean, it sounds pretty cool so far.
And I'm pretty
I'm into
sure it was
that
probably
Sounds pretty
I
hot.
probably got the
Chocolate.
waffle. Probably got the waffle and the hot
Sure.
chocolate.
Great. Sounds
Okay,
great.
great. So while we were going to breakfast, right across the street was this big old theater called the Columbia Theater. And it was one of those giant old school theaters that just is basically one big auditorium with an
Yeah.
enormous screen. And it had been in decline for a long time because of, demographics and shifts in where people lived and went to see movies. But today there was a massive crowd, and there was the mascot from the 94Q, which is a local radio station, and clearly a lot was happening.
Was the mascot a big Q?
It was a bird.
Sure.
I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, we saw it on our way into breakfast, and so for the entirety of breakfast, I worked on my parents. It's like they're showing Karate Kid 2. I don't think it mattered, and they were like, "We don't want to see Karate Kid 2." And I was like, "It doesn't matter about the movie. When else are you going to be able to go to the Columbia Theater and sit in a full house and watch a giant screen movie? There are only a few." This place has maybe a year left.
Mhm.
Man, I'm telling you, I was a very serious
Yeah.
kid. And I convinced them to go. So we went after breakfast. We went across the street to the Columbia Theater, and we were still able to get in because it was free. And it was mostly kids from all over downtown Atlanta. Like, I would say my parents were the oldest people in the audience by at least 10 years,
Whoa.
maybe more. There were maybe some parents. Mostly what I remember is a bunch of kids, and we packed the house. It was absolutely full, and the energy was insane because it's a free movie on the 4th of July and nobody expected it. And so from the very opening credits, it was electric. And like every time Ralph Macchio took off his shirt, the whole room would just gasp. It was the most amazing movie-going experience of my life.
Magical.
It was really cool. Sadly, it was for Karate Kid 2, which is not Karate Kid, but I really like this movie also.
Great. Great story. Great times.
Great segue into the movie we're actually watching.
The or not the Karate,
Karate
Kid.
Kid.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, you have not seen this movie,
I am
as far as you know.
I am as confident I have not seen this movie as Molly usually is that she has seen a movie.
Okay, so not very confident.
Not.
So you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you know of it?
Do you
Because
wanna
there's
give
so
it a-
many cultural references.
Yeah, I mean the way I mean pop culture and the way movies work. Okay. Here's my understanding of how this movie works. So there's a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he already knows any karate, but in some way he is brought under the tutelage of one Mr. Miyagi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi teaches, I don't know, basically like forces him to like help him do manual labor around his property and like tells him that it's karate training. And he's like, "Oh, I'm a dumb kid. This sucks a lot." I think he has to paint a fence and wax a car, probably carry stuff. And he's probably like, "Oh, what am I going to throw a punch or whatever?" And he's just a big turd. And Mr. Miyagi is like, "Oh, I'm a wise old Japanese man who may or may not have a tragic story that I feel like comes out at some point where like something to do with internment during World War II, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I feel like there's some real
Whoa.
talk in here somewhere from what I understand this movie. There's like an evil clan of teen martial artists named the Cobras or something.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, the kid is invested in that. I'm not clear why. So at some point, he and the Cobras have to like fight. Maybe at a sanctioned event, maybe just they fight. What else? He's the best around. That song's in this
Oh,
movie,
shit.
right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Oh, I'm into that.
So at some point he learns enough karate just enough karate to be able to fight the cobras, but maybe not enough where you think he could probably win, because that's how movies work. It's like, is he even good enough? And Mr. Miyagi's probably like, either he's like, yes, you are good enough, believe in yourself, or no, don't do this, like you're being prideful. But he's like, I have to for the good of whatever reason they are against the cobras that I'm still not clear about at all. But they're all kids, right? Like he only fights children, right? Like other children.
Other karate kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's not like him and like Mr. Miyagi's ancient Japanese rival have to
No.
like fight each other, right?
No, that might be Karate Kid too.
Okay, sweet.
They go back to Okinawa,
Yeah.
Okay,
and there's a monsoon.
great.
Whoa.
Is it the Cobra Kai?
Cobra
Yeah.
Kai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
The evil dojo.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are they
They're
like
basically like little white nationalists.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, they've got like a they've got like a
And they-
Nazi
yeah, they're-
sensei,
Really?
Yeah, their
Yeah.
sensei is blonde.
Yeah.
and they cheat a bunch.
Oh,
I always remember the iconic line "sweep the leg," where basically the evil sensei
mm-hmm.
is basically telling his kids to cheat and like injure the other kids because they are at a sanctioned karate tournament.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But is there like
Sweep the
a
leg.
pre-sanctioned event brawl where they're like, no, is it Danny?
Yeah.
Is his kid named Danny?
The kid's name is
Yeah.
Daniel.
Wow.
Oh, Daniel.
Which means I got a lot of Daniel Sutton. That happened to me a lot in elementary school.
Unfortunate.
Everybody thought it would be great.
Yes.
They saw this movie and
Yes.
they're like, your name is also Daniel, just like Ralph Macchio. I will call you Daniel Son.
Uh-huh.
Please
Don't.
stop. I just didn't like it. At that point, I didn't understand the cultural
Yes.
appropriation
Yeah.
aspects
It was
of
more
it.
just
Yeah,
annoying.
just like, please stop
Please stop.
paying attention to me and saying the same thing over
Please
and over.
stop making me different from you.
Yes. Yeah. But it happened a ton for
Uh-huh.
multiple years in a row.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe when this came out, I don't know. We never got to when this came out. We just had a long story about a peach tree.
And the
Okay.
second.
Wow.
That sounded a little critical.
Wow, wow, wow,
I
wow,
liked
wow,
it.
wow,
Okay.
wow.
What did you want to? I feel like that story was building to a year, though. Did you want to cap that off with a year,
Oh.
That the first one came out.
Yeah, the first one
or at
came
least
out.
the
That's
second
very
one? We can do
hard.
some.
I'm gonna assume 1984
For this one or the
for Karate Kid.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Then this was not. If that's true,
Well, because
Then-
that's I thought we could all work it out together. Because
I was gonna guess 86.
85.
87.
The spiciness.
cool.
Spice.
Did you write down that I think there's a pre-brawl before the sanctioned fight?
There's definitely a
So that's
pre-brawl.
a Dan bet.
Mhm.
You did.
Okay.
There's another movie trope that you've missed
Mm.
that I think if you gave it any thought at all, you'd be able to predict. As in terms of motivation.
Did they kill Mr. Miyagi?
No.
Oh, does he like break a bone or
No,
something?
there's
and
a
has to
romantic
suffer through it?
connection.
Oh, is there a karate
Oh.
girl?
Wait,
There is an object
just-
of his affection.
is Elizabeth Shue in this? Is this that
I
one?
think it might be
Does
Elizabeth
she
Shue.
also do karate?
No.
Oh.
I just remember that there's a Karate Kid remake, and I've seen that more recently.
With,
Oh, with Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
Jackie
daughter. Son?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe
No,
daughter.
Jaden Smith.
No, Jaden.
Oh, it's Jaden.
It's
That's the-
definitely
that's the
Jaden. Son.
Yeah, the
Yes.
children have a variation of their
Willow.
the other gendered parent's name.
Oh.
So
Oh,
Jaden
I
is
never
the
put
son.
that together.
Willow is the daughter.
Oh.
That's how you crack the
Smith Kids Trivia Night. Yeah. The Karate Girl is Karate Kid 3, and that's Hilary Swank.
yes.
Yes.
I have seen it. It is not good.
Great.
Oh.
Wow, wow, wow. Okay.
This
well,
movie is good.
Some of us enjoyed that movie because the lead was a female.
I mean, that part
character.
is good.
Yeah.
But I
If I
actually-
watched it now, I'd probably be like, no.
I
But
think
when I
that
watched
one
it, I was
is-
like, oh, she's a girl karate.
I think that one's got some.
Karatist.
Thank you.
I feel like what Beth is bringing up is a really important point, though, because I remember watching Voltron
Yeah.
and being really encouraged that there was a female character. Like, I don't know that people realize how explicitly girls look for representation. Now they look for that, and so that's a really big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bar is very low.
I think
Yeah.
also, Molly, you might like Karate Kid 3 because I think it is early 90s and very early 90s.
Nice.
And there would be like some
Good 90s
light
references.
jeans,
Yes.
and maybe some loose tops.
Oh.
What about this movie though?
No, this is earlier. This has got to be 80s. I think we're close with
Yeah,
our mid 80s.
because his hair is so 80s. I remember he was on Teen Beat.
Yeah, what? Okay, what happened to Ralph Macchio?
What do you mean?
He does this huge movie.
Mm-hmm.
Does like 2 of them. Is My Cousin Vinny, great movie. Marissa
Great
Tomei wins
movie.
an Academy Award. Then what?
I don't
Wasn't
know. Was
he on
he
some reality show in like the 2000s?
I
Was he
feel
on
like
one of
maybe
those
he
like
was just
house ones?
too close? Oh, like Big Brother or something?
Oh,
Remember
maybe.
that one that was on VH1 where like a bunch of
Oh.
celebrities lived in a house together?
Intervention.
It was.
Pop-up video?
Oh, but maybe.
I think what happened is that he was too closely associated with that era, and people could not see him not part of that era.
He's like Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, like a Feldman,
Mhm.
yeah. That's or a Haim,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of those Corys. And maybe that was a less forgiving time too. I feel like now there's almost an industry around transitioning Hillary Duff or Britney Spears or anybody else. But it feels like back then you were either a child actor or you were not.
Well, now and now he's like embraced that as a business model because he and one of the other evil kids just did like a new series that's like a continuation.
Oh yeah, there's
Evil
a Karate Kid
Kids?
series.
It's called Cobra Kai, and it's like
Ooh.
about
it's like a YouTube show. or
yeah,
something,
it's like a
right?
web
What?
series, and it's like adult Ralph Macchio and adult one of the evil kids.
Oh wow!
Like maybe they run their own dojos now. I don't know. I didn't look into it.
Wow.
Well,
it
I think we have
exists.
good reason to now.
Yeah. I loved this movie as a kid. It's like a scrappy young kid who gets beat up.
Okay.
Mhm.
He like gets beat up by all the kids, and then Mr. Miyagi comes in and, like whoops some teen ass. Maybe
Sounds right.
he whoops teen ass.
Miyagi does.
Oh wow.
I think in like a just kind of a like
Restrained way.
yeah
like he
like
just kind of like taps him on the head really
Yeah.
hard or
yeah,
something.
and-
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then
He
he's
kills.
kills a bunch of
He
teens.
snaps the neck of one kid to show that he means business.
Makes intense eye contact.
yeah, yeah.
So that's how he stumbles into Miyagi's world. He doesn't
Yeah.
like fall into a garbage can outside of his
No,
dojo or
I
something.
believe Ralph Macchio moves with his single mother from New
Oh,
York to
Family
LA.
drama.
That sounds right.
And so
I
he's
see.
like hey, it's me, Ralph Macchio. Hey, karate.
I don't have a supportive father figure in my life. That kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then Mr. Miyagi doesn't want to train him. As Ralph Macchio's like, hey, teach me those cool moves. I'm in the streets. I'm a jet. I'm a shark. Karate.
Ooh, is Nazi Cobra Man one of Miyagi's former students?
Oh.
That would be cool, but I don't think so.
No, I think he just calls him an old man a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my theory. I bet he's like, "What do you got, old man?
Got it.
I'm young and spry."
And Aryan.
Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
And then I do also believe there's some tragedy. I think his wife died. Mr. Miyagi's wife died in the war, maybe in an internment camp. I'm gonna give this a bonus, whatever our rating scale is, if they get real
About
on our problematic
Japanese
history
internment,
of
yeah.
the Japanese internment camps, because I am concerned. I am wondering how a mid '80s movie did East Asian representation.
right.
I mean, Pat Morita,
That sounds right.
I think, is Japanese. He's played a Japanese character. I don't
Ooh,
know.
let's hope so.
So that's something.
yeah.
But I wonder. I bet this will be better than Gremlin Shopkeeper,
Sure.
which is a very
Wow,
low
that's
bar.
a very low
There it is.
bar.
It is a low bar,
But it's where
but it's the 80s.
where we're starting. And yeah, I think he's got some. Mr. Miyagi has some. He's a well-developed, fleshed-out character that is not just ancient Japanese wisdom.
right.
So but I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
knows, right?
He catches a fly with chopsticks.
What? Is that this
Oh
one?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't, right? He's trying to, and then Ralph Macchio does.
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like an LOL moment.
And then is he like,
LOL.
you're ready to punch something?
Remember when Obama did that during that
Oh,
meeting?
I think
he
I
can't
got
fly with a
Not
chopstick.
chopsticks.
no with
No.
his bare hands.
But like there was just like a fly going around and he like is being interviewed and he just like stops talking and then he just like kills the fly
Yeah, with
and
it- yeah.
goes back to what he was
He just like
talking
captures a
about.
fly in midair.
oh,
Yeah.
once in a lifetime.
Right?
Yeah, but
So
then also
rad.
maybe it inspired him to start doing extrajudicial drone strikes around the world. But
Yeah, sure.
you know, it's fine.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
What is this?
Wow.
Look, if we're gonna get real talk about Japanese internment, we're allowed to have real talk about President Killbot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Vote.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh shoot! Voted. Damn
What?
it!
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
too
yeah.
late.
Hey, teens.
All right, hot teens.
Well, wait.
The late teens.
Late teens?
Yeah. You better have voted.
Oh my God.
If you were too hot to vote,
Ooh.
Get out of my country.
Yeah. Hey.
Wait,
well.
wait. No, this isn't going well.
No. All right.
All right.
First, cool it.
Yes.
Reflect on what you've done and get ready for 2020.
And get real hot, but in like a directed, constructive way.
Yeah, get real hot about getting out to vote in
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
And also feel bad that
2
you didn't
years.
vote.
Yeah,
2
voting
years.
is fun.
Yeah,
It's
hey.
the best.
It's a good time.
You get nice old ladies making sure that you got enough pens.
You get a
Yep.
sticker.
They tell you how to fill in a circle.
You get to put a paper in a machine.
You get
if
to learn.
you're lucky.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good point.
check my privilege. Sorry.
Yeah. Must be nice.
I mean, you probably do that too, right?
I do, but I'm from Georgia.
They don't have paper.
No, that's. Are you serious? You
What?
don't know about this whole thing? Where have you been?
Here in the basement recording a podcast.
Molly and I will do a spin-off podcast called "Hey, Cool It Kemp."
Yeah.
Look it up. Yeah.
Okay, so what I remember about this movie is I was blown away by that turn of all these tasks around the house actually being karate training. Like
yeah.
that was such a big reveal when I was
Yeah.
watching it.
At this point, it feels like tired, right?
Yep.
But
It was
not then.
fresh. It was fresh and hot. And I
like a tea.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you say hot,
I
and you,
I need to know more about. Please explain.
because you already talked about how a full theater gasped when Ralph Macchio took his shirt off.
Okay. Yeah.
friends, he was the business.
Okay, Molly, cool it.
How old is he in Karate 1?
He's pretty young. I think he's 20 or younger. Yeah.
But he's playing a high school kid.
Okay.
He's playing a high school kid, and
Okay.
he was like, I did not just throw that away that he was in like Tiger Beat and stuff.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
I feel like he was a hot teen.
he was a
Target of hot teens.
He was a very hot teen with slightly weird hair,
Uh-huh.
but it was of the time.
Are we talking like thick product? What's going on?
It's not a lot of product. It's just sort of that, in the 70s, there's a lot of that feathered stuff happening, and it bled into the early 80s.
Yeah.
It has a little bit of that vibe to it.
Great.
Um,
Ooh, but that means we might get some dramatic sweat dripping from his hair when he's fighting real hard.
Well, he's got like that headband to catch his
yeah.
sweat. No, I feel like he's just super normal kid, which
But
is
hot.
kind of nice, but super hot. Also, I just want to say this about it is the crane move.
Oh yeah, the crane kick.
Yeah,
Iconic.
the crane kick is
What?
absolutely iconic.
You know about the crane kick?
I don't know. Maybe.
We're gonna scream crane kick when it happens.
Okay, great.
But he has to practice it on a pillar in front of the ocean. It is hot.
Oh yeah. Is this the one where he's got like a knife block that's swinging around? Or is that number
What?
2?
What?
That's something else.
That
don't
seems
know that one.
dangerous for
Yeah.
a teen.
Well, I think he gets in trouble because he is not supposed to use it because it can kill you, and
Oh,
then he
sure.
does. This
what?
might be 2.
That's 2.
I'm also remembering a lot from the Nintendo game Karate Kid 2, which was real hard.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Most Nintendo tie-in games were way
Yeah.
harder than they had any right
yeah,
to
that
be.
ET game, forget about it.
Oof.
Wow. Oh, I am unsure about Bechdel Wallace in this
Ooh.
case.
Oh yeah, we got Elizabeth Shue, we got a mom.
Definitely. I feel like it's gonna pass. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Do you think mom has like a neighborhood friend of just like, oh, I don't know what he's doing with that karate man?
Yeah.
I think she is supportive but overworked and overtired because she's a single mother,
Right.
Yeah.
just trying to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's got time to gab.
Hmm.
Maybe toward the end, she talks to Elizabeth Shue,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Isn't he so great? Hi, my name is this name, and my name is this name."
But then they
Not
have to
a
say
pass.
something else.
That has
Why?
to be not about
Isn't he
him.
so great?
Well, when they introduce each other, they're talking to each other about themselves.
Just introducing
Oh,
yourself doesn't
borderline.
count.
Why
Hey,
not?
nice shirt.
It's the point is that it is the easiest pass.
But if they
Test in the
if
world
they
to
open
pass.
with "Isn't he so great?" that negates introducing yourself because it's all part of the same conversation.
Hey, pass that
Oh, okay.
dish.
Sure.
Yeah, like you can say like,
What, me?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Shue? To
No,
you?
that's not how
What if they
s-
introduce themselves first and then say, "Isn't he so
That
great?"
counts. That totally counts.
I guess.
It does. No, hey, listen, we have passed for way less. We've passed
Wow,
for
that's like
bitch
as less.
and
I think we passed
Yeah.
for like dialogue you couldn't hear, but you could tell they were mouthing words.
yeah.
Yeah, they were talking in the background. So 2 women did speak to each other
Sure.
in this
All
movie.
right, fine.
I'm going to say fail. I am
Okay.
not feeling Bilbo Big Man
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna say fail.
Yeah.
All right.
fail.
But yeah, he does a crane kick. It's great. He's on the ocean. Looks like a hot teen.
Mm-hmm.
And he wins?
He wins. Well, he kicks that blonde kid in the face, and then it breaks his
Whoa.
nose or
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Whoa!
Spoiler. But yeah, he whoops ass.
So this isn't like a Rocky situation. Where,
I don't know.
At the end, he's like,
saying
Adrian!
Yeah, where like all he has to do is,
just showing up was enough.
well, what is the word they used? There's a specific
He
phrase.
was a
used.
contender.
Sorry, Rocky heads.
It's not from Rocky.
I used to be a contender.
Ooh,
That's not Rocky.
What's that
at all.
from?
on the water.
Million Baby Club. Just
The
kidding.
Million Baby Club.
Wow.
That's what where they have to get a million babies to
Yes.
fight each other?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The only way the asteroid won't hit Earth is if a million babies box each other.
They also produced the works of Shakespeare.
Oh,
Great.
cool. I feel like we're ready to move on to ratings.
Okay.
I mean, are we?
No, I feel
Sure.
great about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already said as much as I could possibly say about this movie.
Oh, there's a cool car.
Okay, whose
Cool
car is
scene.
it?
Mr. Miyagi gets a cool car rebuilt, and Macchio takes it on a date.
Cool.
Does
It's
he-
yellow.
Yeah.
Does he then fight a Nazi kid on that date?
There's some Nazi kid tension.
Great.
And if you haven't got enough of Halloween stuff, there is a costume, a very clever costume in this one that I'm not going to give away.
Oh shit!
I'll talk about it
Yeah.
after the
There's
break.
a Halloween scene?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
So we'll see that.
Great.
Ooh, looking forward to it.
So even not knowing that giant reveal at the end.
Yeah.
For you, Dan, how many hot Ralph Macchio posters
Oh.
are you going to give this, do you think?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, this is one of those movies that's like deep in the pop culture zeitgeist, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is any good. It just means a lot of people watched it and were okay with it when they were children.
Yep.
But I also want to bring some positivity in the world since I've been being a real bummer this episode, talking about real talk.
No kidding.
So I'm going to give it 4 posters, one on
Wow.
each wall and one on the ceiling for when I go to sleep.
Ooh, that's only 3. You only
That's
have 3
5.
wall rooms?
What? Oh, yeah.
You got a big door?
Shit.
You know
Okay.
those barn door
So
walls?
with room to put one on the ceiling when I go to sleep.
You're open
if
to a ceiling poster.
If I
Got
like
it.
the movie even more.
Got it.
Sorry. Although
Uh,
my bedroom was weird as a kid because I was in the upper level of the house, so everything was sloped. Doesn't matter.
All the better for viewing.
That's true.
when I was a kid, there was a picture of Josh Hartnett in a magazine,
Mhm.
and I took it and I hung it in my closet so my parents wouldn't know it was there, but they totally knew it was there.
Aw.
Yes. Was he smoldering?
So
Was he
yes,
smoldering
he
at
was
you?
definitely
So
smoldering.
you're like,
I felt
"Ooh."
like I had a chance with Josh Hartnett because he's from
He
Minnesota.
had a house
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been like
Like
delivering
we
a-
have mutual friends.
Yeah, no big deal.
NBD.
We have friends who are friends with Josh Hartnett.
Like my
Yeah.
cousins went to high school with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tweet
anyway.
at us, Josh.
Do I have friends that are friends with Josh Hart?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We'll
Great.
talk about it off air.
So I think I'm gonna give it like three posters. But they're all hung in the closet.
Oh.
So is that better
shy
or worse?
posters.
I don't know. That's just like how
Are they still hot?
I mean, that's the scale, right? They're hot by default.
Molly, I'm just gonna throw this out there. There's no way that I'm gonna be attracted to Ralph Macchio.
You, as a 35-year-old woman, are not going to look at a high school kid
Can
from
you
the
write
80s?
that down as a bet? Then can you just write down as a Beth's bet? Not attracted to Ralph Macchio.
I'm not gonna leave this movie being like, wow, he is hot.
What?
Don't
How-
You
count
say it
your-
now.
What if we're all like into the leader of the Nazi group?
No,
though?
it won't
No.
happen. It won't happen.
mean-
Just trust me. It won't.
All right.
You'll see.
People are into him, though.
Oh.
Are they?
I mean, yeah, people dress up as like Cobra Kai
Sure, but aren't they dressed up as like one of the kids?
Let's
guess
dress
people
up
dress up
like
like
Darth
Nazis,
Vader.
too.
Yeah.
and like think they're getting away with it. Hey, all right.
Oh yeah.
Hi,
Hey.
teens. I know Halloween already happened, but it's going to keep happening.
Yes.
No more dressing up like Nazis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't care
gross.
the context. I don't care if you're doing a Man in the High Castle cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're doing it from a video game, like a Wolfenstein situation.
mhm.
I don't care if you're a zombie Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Cool it with the Nazi costumes.com.
Great.
How many hot Ralph Macchio posters.
Ooh, yeah, I love this movie as a kid, despite being teased.
Sure.
Teased is maybe too strong.
Annoyed.
This movie being referenced to me individually.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I'm worried it's gonna be sort of a fine movie with some problematic elements of like, here's this white kid learning karate.
Mm.
So I'm gonna say 4 as well. 4 hot posters, all lined up on one wall.
Ooh.
Just a
The Ralph
Creepy.
Macchio wall.
Yikes.
It's my Macchio.
The
Macchio
same
wall.
poster? It doesn't have to be the same poster.
okay.
Okay,
Great.
Oh, I'm just trying to picture. Like, I feel like
So now he has
just
4
all
different
the
posters.
same.
they're
It
they're
would-
just on the same wall. They're not the same poster.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, so you've now
That's my
decided
Ralph
that multiple Ralph
Macchio.
Macchios is disturbing, but one Ralph Macchio is.
That is what Warhol figured out, and we're not making fun of him on a podcast now, are we?
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
And he's kind of a hack. Hey, Dan's got some hot takes on this episode.
Hot soup
Wow.
cakes. No one likes soup.
Hey. Oh, you did a bunch of drugs and then did little short films of your drugged up friends. Wow.
He's probably a creep, right?
Probably he had to be.
Okay, well,
But Nico and the Velvet Underground, great stuff, and he's kind of responsible for that. So,
Sure.
all right.
fair.
He's like Obama. There's good and the bad.
Oh man.
I am so uncomfortable.
Please have voted.
What a very special episode.
This is what happens when I haven't seen the movie.
I'm going to give it 5 very hot Ralph
Whoa.
Macchio.
And
Wow.
very distinct posters.
5?
Each a
5
different poster.
distinct poses.
Let's run 'em
all
down.
All of them sultry.
Let's run them down.
One hand's behind the head.
Yeah.
One sort of lying on the ground. One leaning against a locker.
Okay.
Classic.
One with both hands overhead, like you're leaning on a piece. You know what I'm talking
so you
about?
can really
like
see
sort
his
of like you
triceps?
just
Oh,
really
like
see
he's
his
like
triceps.
under a
You know what I'm talking
pier or
about? Yeah,
something?
he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
staring
classic
off.
under a
Yeah.
pier.
And then one with his hand strategically placed under his chin.
So none of them
Sort of
from
a
the
close-up.
Karate Kid movie.
No, all of them.
Oh, he does that move in all of them?
He's in the costume.
No, do you not understand how Tiger Beat works?
I don't.
Oh
Do
my
they
God.
they dress up as their character and then
Dude, it's
No.
all a promotional.
No, what are you? What?
I didn't
what?
read Tiger Beat.
But it's for anything. Any promotional photography, they're gonna reference the
I was
movie.
reading Nintendo Power.
There's photos of Princess Leia in the Jabba the Hutt bikini in like some magazine from the 70s.
Sure.
Or
So
80s,
that's
or
in the
Jabba
whatever.
the Hutt bikini.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, from the Jabba the Hutt.
I'm
See-
just gonna say it's more vague, like T-shirts and stuff. But
Wait, he's wearing the Karate Kid T-shirt.
Oh,
no,
that'd be hilarious.
God! Oh my God, Dan,
Yes,
you are
at least one of
impossible.
them though, right?
Okay,
You
please
are impossible.
tweet at us.
No,
Tiger
don't.
Beat photos of Ralph Macchio.
He doesn't deserve.
No. But
To
yes.
see them.
But this, yeah. What?
How dare you? How dare you? I deserve to see all the Ralph Macchio posters. I gave it 4.
And with that, we're gonna press pause / the space bar. Go eat salad and pizza. Watch this movie, and we will be right back. And we're back. We just watched 2 hours and 6 minutes of wholesome, action-packed goodness.
Ooh.
And I
Yeah.
defy anyone to disagree with me.
Wow.
'Cause I will punch you in the
Oh,
face.
Wow.
Whoa.
Right out the gates.
Karate Kid haters.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, the Karate Kid.
Yes.
Nailed it. Beth and I.
Nice.
Good job. Came out in
Nice.
1984.
Yay.
Molly nailed it.
Great.
Hot dog.
What?
Hot dog.
Oh, you're just saying
Good
hot
job.
dog.
Hot dog.
I did it. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were referencing Ralph Macchio's first school lunch where he gets 2 hot
Two
dogs.
hot dogs.
And like 8 pounds of sauerkraut.
And maybe
Yeah.
just half a boiled potato.
Ooh. Look, I mean,
California.
nutritional guidelines have shifted a lot over the decades, and public
That's Reagan's
schools,
fault. He
public
said-
schools can only get so much funding.
It's Reagan's fault. He
Mhm.
said that ketchup counted as a vegetable. So
Oh, so you can
Reagan.
criticize President Ronald Reagan all you want.
Ooh, good.
Ooh. Do
Well,
we make
let's-
any other bets?
Yeah. Dan, having never seen the
Oh,
movie
yeah.
before,
Yeah.
How'd I do?
Gave us a rundown. Let's see. There is a kid.
Yeah.
Correct.
Nailed it. He is under the tutelage of Mr. Miyagi.
Yes.
What was that?
It was so much tea slurping.
Oh, sorry.
Nailed it. He's forced to do manual labor, which is karate. Nailed it.
Okay.
Oh, here's the ones you bet. There's a fence, a car, and carrying stuff.
Yeah.
Not really carrying stuff.
No.
No.
Well, he had to carry those sanders and move them in a
I was
circular
picturing more
motion.
like he had like buckets on his
Yeah.
Oh,
shoulders
like
or
Rocky.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Nice.
There's tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're saying Miyagi tragedy.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we'll get
Real
to
Talk Express. We'll talk about it.
Man.
There's evil teen cobras.
Yep.
Yep. And there's a fight. Yep.
There is a fight. There's certainly a fight.
Someone is the best around.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It comes down to, I wrote good versus pride.
No.
I don't know what that was about. It was like being good versus.
Yeah, I think
have it-
that was like. I think I thought it was gonna be like. Where Mr. Miyagi would be like, "Don't risk your injury, like you've done enough," and he's like, but I have to," and it did do that, but not in the way I was thinking. I was thinking
Yeah.
it was gonna be more like Mr. Miyagi having to teach him humility, and then he can win. But it's more him having to teach Mr. Miyagi a little something about balance as a young teen
Yeah.
in 1980s California.
Yeah, I would say Mr. Miyagi is way more understanding of hot teens than we are,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, he is the #1 hot teen coach I've ever seen.
Yeah. I would recommend all hot teens
Fine.
find Mr. Miyagi.
Yes.
Figure out who is taking care of your apartment building.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, step 1.
Yeah.
Find the maintenance person of your
Yeah.
apartment building.
Are they sad and sleeping on a cot in the maintenance shed? Yes.
Oh,
They'll cool you down.
yeah.
Please don't take our advice.
do they carry themselves with a sense of inner peace, but a dark core of tragedy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
They will cool you down.
wow.
Yeah.
I
But
hope
also they will like whip your bully in the nuts multiple times if things get real.
Yeah. They're there. They do everything. And then your last bet was that there'd be a pre-brawl before the
Oh, yeah.
actual fight.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
What?
Yeah.
Hush your face.
I didn't mean like right before. I meant like
Oh,
in the movie.
Oh, okay. I
Or
thought you
like
meant, like
4.
they were all gonna like fight in the parking lot
No.
and then go inside for
No.
the tournament.
No, I just meant like once they had established they were all karate kids, that there would be moments where they were like, hey.
All karate.
Yeah, but I guess that didn't technically happen because they had that truce while he learned karate.
Yeah, mostly just.
But before that, they were brawling all the
Yeah,
time.
they-
Yeah.
LaRusso just got his ass kicked.
A lot.
Mhm. Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what wasn't hard to watch, though?
Hey.
His relationship with his mom.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the mom is a
Oh.
gem.
So
sweet.
good.
We
She's
opened
a-
with them leaving New Jersey.
New
Newark,
Jersey.
Hey, September, New Jersey.
Hey, I left the red wine and the Parmesan in the refrigerator.
They're the most Italian New Jersey people of all time.
Yes.
They're leaving, I guess, for a better. She got a job.
Yeah.
Mom
Mhm.
got a job. Mama
In
LaRusso.
computers.
Or something.
No, no, not in
Tech
computers.
stuff.
In rockets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because she says it pays better than computers.
Oh,
which I
nice.
think it used to be that that software was women's work,
Lady. Oh, yeah.
and so it was not paid well.
Ugh.
Rough.
Yeah, right.
Like
That's
that
like-
lady who stands
oh,
next to her
PS,
box of...
Like in
Figures.
the people always say, oh, it's just that women are attracted to service industries, and
Oh.
that's why, or are attracted to be caretakers, and that's why they make less money. It's not that women make less money; it's just that naturally social workers get paid less. But it's not true because it works in the opposite way. Because software used to be women's work, and it was paid poorly, and now that it is mostly
Still-
men, it
still
is
poorly,
paid.
right?
What? Are you? You're messing with me right now, right? Aren't you from Silicon Valley?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pays extremely well, right? So it
Yeah.
goes in both directions. It is a mess. Patriarchy.
Also capitalism.
Wow.
USA
Wow.
number 5.
Ugh. Anyway, but his mom is so sweet. And it feels to me like the opening feels like a play. There's like this great like Steven Soderbergh like dialogue over them driving cross country, and she's so just genuinely excited, and you just know it's not going to work out for him. First time you see the empty pool, you're like, oh geez.
She kept talking about that pool.
Oh, talk to the pool and those palm trees.
You know what I like about it though is you can tell that he's like, it's like there are things that are frustrating about moving across the country for him, but he doesn't complain about it. Like, I feel like most movies would have the teen complain the whole time,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty cool teen.
He's
Yeah.
a very good teen.
Yeah,
He's
except
a good teen. He
he's
gets
also-
hot,
He gets real hot.
Well,
but he's a
In
good
more than ways
teen.
than one. Am I right, Molly?
Hey.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it wasn't. You're right. Like, in a lot of movies, he would like just come out of the car and be like, "Oh, this place
Yeah,
sucks."
like, Mom, this is so embarrassing.
this
We always got to
sucks."
push this car around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're buddies.
They're
Like,
buds.
Mhm.
Him and his mom are buds. And
I
they
think.
have a great relationship.
I think maybe Dad left the picture at some
Yeah.
point in the last few years.
Early on, I say.
Oh, sure. And then Mom got into computers, maybe, and then found a better job out in California with probably a defense contract.
Yeah. And probably that dad was, a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
And getting out of town. It's better for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
I
Well,
think she had big dreams. It was kind of a movie about the American dream,
Mhm.
right?
mm-hmm.
Because they head out west
Yep.
looking for a better life.
But then also the horrors within.
Yeah, because you think at first things are going to go actually pretty easy for him.
Yeah, he does so good at moving
Wow.
to a new town.
Yeah.
He has the best first day of any
Like,
new
in-
kid
yeah.
ever.
Yeah. He kicks down a door, open a door.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah.
Knocks over Freddy Fernandez.
Yeah.
Who is immediately his best friend.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
immediately just like, "Hey, do you know karate? That's awesome. Hey, I'm going to a party tonight. Do you want to come? Great."
And then they have a great time at the party.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, well, all
Until-
afternoon they're at the
Until-
beach.
Yeah.
They play all day, play
Oh,
soccer.
right.
Yeah. First, I want to cut back real quick to something Beth noticed. So they moved
Oh,
to their
right.
apartment.
Okay. Yeah, this is important. This is very.
They're straight up moved in.
Well, okay, so the mom has gone in ahead of the Karate Kid.
Daniel.
So she's maybe had like, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something
Yeah.
to start unpacking stuff.
2 minutes our time, 10 minutes movie time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the camera goes inside their new apartment and she's unpacking stuff. But there is a shelf, there's a bookshelf in the back, and there's just a clown doll sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that is the first
Yes.
item that she unpacked.
Absolutely.
Or is it the thing that the previous tenants left on the shelf?
I feel like if it was, she would immediately been like,
Burn
look
it.
at this crazy thing
Oh,
that
yeah.
they left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it
But
was
then-
like an elf on the shelf for the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was creepy clown.
That does seem like something, though, that previous tenants leave. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like anytime a friend moves into a new house, there's always like some weird, like, clown painting or
Ugh.
something weird in there.
God.
We had another. Beth, you had another theory though that maybe that the ghost of his dad was actually in
Yeah,
the clown
the whole time his father was the clown doll sitting on
and
the
was
shelf.
watching over him.
Yeah.
They got cursed out in New Jersey and
Yes.
had to flee from the witch.
Yes.
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 Yep.
So that subplot is running through the entire movie.
We assume anytime mom is not on camera, she is engaging with clown in some way.
And there are some points when, like, clearly Karate Kid is talking to Clown Dad. You know? Like when he's on that boat. We were talking about how the boat was empty.
Oh, sure.
Clown Dad was on the boat.
In the restaurant, mom leaves and he's still going about
Yeah,
the
he's
girl.
still just talking.
Oh,
Clown-
that was
Clown
the
Dad's-
sweetest.
Clown Dad's like
paying out and the clown dad's
just sitting on a third chair. Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, so best first day ever for a teen kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like he meets his new friend Freddy Fernandez. It's like, hey, do you want to go hang out? They hang out. He meets a pretty young lady
They make
who's
intense
they make
eyes at
very
each other.
intense eye contact.
Yes.
They are very
Immediately
into each other.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, and it's not even like, oh, I'm into you, but I'm gonna play coy. Like, she's pretty like ready to just like let's engage with each other.
In a fairly mature and
Yeah.
clear-cut way.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's the best. Like,
Yeah.
she is.
Around.
She does what?
Around?
It's a song
Yes,
lyric.
she is the best around. I mean, she kind of is. She's great. Yeah, and they hit it off real good. He teaches her how to bounce a soccer ball around on her knee. They hit it off. They're having a great time. And
Everything's
then
going great.
Flirty?
Suddenly,
He's not a creep?
no, he's not a
No.
creep about it.
No.
They're very respectful of each other's boundaries. They seem to be appreciating each other at an intellectual level.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the
Vroom, vroom,
sound of a bunch of dirt bikes appear on the ridge, and a Hitler Youth in like a bootleg jacket, like a jacket that is trying to be the jacket from Michael Jackson's Bad
Yeah.
video, but isn't quite.
Yeah.
Are, I don't know, just there, I guess.
Just
It
kicking
seemed
around
like
sand.
the beach where everybody hangs
I guess,
out.
yeah, they were just going to go, oh, we'll like whip shitties on the sand with our
Yeah.
dirt bikes.
But Johnny Lawrence is the head evil Cobra Nazi karate man.
Yes.
Boy. And
Cobra, not very kind.
you're right.
Ah.
Cobra Kai.
Oh, but you added
Cobra, not
letters.
very
I got it.
kind.
Okay.
I think he's got the perfect look for it.
Yes, he
he's
does.
got like that really like, I don't know, rich asshole
Yes.
boy look.
Yes.
Oh, it's that floppy head.
Yeah, it is that
Yeah.
floppy head. And he's like in good shape, but not like he's not like ripped, right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell like he's still just like a twerpy little teen whose body's still awkward and he's like figuring it out.
Yeah.
But he's also like a dick with a dirt bike.
Yeah. And his hands are lethal weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then his friends are like, "Oh, hey, Allie's talking to some other boy."
Oh, can we talk about this though, just for a second? Because the script is incredible.
Yeah, it's
It
real
is
good.
the most efficiently written. It's like, oh, there's Allie, and then someone says to
yeah.
the other, "I thought they broke up." It's the Cobra Kai
Yeah.
crew, and the other says, "She with him, not him with her."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Boom.
Boom. And so
Established.
everything's established. So by the time he sees Allie, you already know all these tension, and then the object that starts the fight, or that the fight is expressed through, is a very classic radio.
Mm-hmm.
It is silver with a handle. It's a precursor to the boombox.
It's real good.
Definitely not a boombox yet.
Mhm.
Probably took like 40 D batteries to power.
For like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's so Johnny Lawrence is a super creep, and he's just like, I just want to talk to you. Like,
Yeah. Well,
he's
grabbing
like
her the whole time.
literally every one of that guy
Yeah.
in one boy man.
And she doesn't need anybody to help her.
No,
Yeah.
she's great.
She don't take no guff.
She don't take no
No.
guff. She's like, give me back my jam box. Also, get away from me. You're a creep.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to talk to you. Stop talking to me.
Yeah.
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 She is great.
She's great.
But then Daniel tries to be helpful and picks up her radio. He doesn't even like pick it up in opposition to Johnny.
No, he's literally just like, oh, he dropped this. I'll
Yeah.
pick it up for
Yeah.
you.
And well, he threw it on the ground,
Yeah.
but he's gonna just pick it up and hand it to her, and all heck breaks
Yeah,
loose.
he's just like, don't touch that for some reason.
Yeah.
I
And
guess
then-
because it's like, I'm making a statement by putting that on the ground. Don't take it off the ground.
Yeah. And then we see hot teen Daniel LaRusso.
Yep.
Ooh.
Once
Boy,
he-
it's been bubbling under all
Yep.
this time.
He was keeping it cool.
So cool.
Then he
hot on the beach.
hot on the beach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he thinks he knows karate.
Yeah, because he took a
bless
couple
him.
classes at the Y, and then has been reading a book.
But then Johnny Lawrence, who is the master student of Cobra Dojo or whatever the fuck it's called,
Evil.
he kicks his ass.
He
Like,
really
he
kicks his
really
ass.
just beats
and
him
it
down.
just layers and layers on. Every
Yeah.
time you think it's over, there's
Yeah.
another round.
Yeah, and then even when you think that's over, like they all are just like, oh, it's like just leave him alone. Like they all kind of like a bit like walk away so we can like
Well,
work
his
through
brand
his
new
shit.
friend
Yeah.
leaves him.
Oh yeah, and he's just like, I thought you said he knew karate, Freddy, or whatever.
Yeah.
And
They
then
all-
Allie tries to help him, but he doesn't want her to see
Right.
him cry.
And then
Oh.
as if like you think it's like it couldn't get any worse, but then the Cobra Kai kids come down on their dirt bike, run over the radio, run over the fire that they'd started. Like they like just kicking sand over everyone. Like they are scorched earth in their methods.
no
Yeah.
mercy.
No mercy.
Yeah.
Mercy.
That's what they learned from
Mean dojo
the creepiest
dude.
white man in the world,
Oh,
right?
God, so creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
that-
I need to know more about
Like
that
what is
man.
his deal?
Yeah, like all we know about him is that he was in the military.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
there's a
other
picture.
than that, it's like, do you have adult friends?
Do you have like
like
a pet?
Any
or-
other relationships aside from your gang of children?
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone's a teen in there, huh?
Yeah.
Like it's not like a mixed age class.
Right, and it's
Mm.
not like he's got like his buddy Todd who like helps him at the dojo
No.
or
Yeah.
anything.
No, he
That
just
is weird.
cultivates warriors.
Yeah.
And then once
Yeah.
they're adults, they like figure out that he is
I
damaging.
thought, honestly, and I don't mean to do any spoilers or cut to the end, but there is a beautiful moment where Johnny, at the very end, becomes disillusioned in
Yes.
his coach. Yeah. And it's like, it's a really beautiful moment of acting because you can see he's disillusioned and that's not going to go away. He still follows the instruction reluctantly.
Mhm.
So he's not totally convinced, but by the end of the movie, like that guy's dojo is done. Or at least Johnny will not be returning.
Yeah, he'll have to get a new crop of hot teens.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess
Seems
they're
like there's no short supply.
Yeah, and
in
it seems
town.
like it seemed like only the only teens who were disillusioned by the end were like him and that other guy that he made like kick Johnny's leg in
forfeit.
or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
like disqualify himself. Like the other kids were still like into it.
Was
Yeah.
that the same kid that the second, I think it's the second big fight, or maybe it's the third big fight they get into, is like, he's had enough.
Ooh, maybe.
What
What
Yeah.
happened to that kid?
It's hard to tell because
Bobby
he's
Brown?
in skeleton
Yeah.
makeup.
Yeah,
But it
and they
seemed
all
most likely.
they're all Hitler Youth.
Yeah, coked up
They're
Hitler Youth.
He definitely cooked them up.
Wow.
I know we're jumping to the end of the movie, but he definitely cooked up those kids, right?
It was intense, and like faces are not supposed to contort that way.
No, not when you're a teen at the under 18 karate tournament. Like, just have some fun.
Their eyes were so wide.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
terrifying.
it honestly was like just the best study in toxic masculinity, which is why I find Allie such a fascinating character.
Yeah.
Because she holds her own in absolutely every way.
Mm-hmm.
She's great.
Yeah. And there's also a big, speaking of their relationship, there's also a big class
Mhm.
theme that I
Mhm.
did not remember in any way. Daniel LaRusso is a poor kid from Racina.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Allie,
It's from Encino.
last name.
Allie last
Capulet.
Oh,
name. Oh, sure.
is rich as hell with fancy tennis parents.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They go to
That's
the
literally
country.
all we know about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time we see them, they are wearing outfits.
Incredible
Yes.
outfits.
Yeah.
They're in like a very nice two-tone Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some kind of tennis outfit.
Yeah.
Wow.
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 But Allie doesn't care.
Mm-mm.
No.
Also doesn't acknowledge it.
Sure.
She needs to check her privilege a little bit.
Mm.
But also, like, his mom also doesn't really acknowledge it. She's like, we're fine. Like, maybe on the inside she feels it, but on the outside she's like,
You gotta keep a good face for the boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna be laughing all the way to the moon with that rocket money.
Oh,
I
right.
Yeah.
certainly hope so.
Nice.
I hope she was like employee number 3 at SpaceX or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I know. Come at me, nerds. It wasn't open yet. I get it.
It's fine.
Okay. SpaceX was invented fairly recently, right? Or founded fairly recently?
Yeah.
probably.
Like last 2 decades?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terrific. P.S.
Oh.
1984 was the year that the first Mac was released.
Whoa.
Like, yeah,
Oh.
So this was filmed in a pre-Mac world.
Wow.
it was.
Wow.
Wow.
So there's
Crazy.
really no way of knowing how they even put the movie together.
Yes. Right.
They
How did
probably
they
had
edit
to
it?
use
How did
like
they-
they probably just took a bunch of photographs
Mhm.
and pasted them together.
Yeah.
Scotch tape.
Yep.
Scotch
Sounds
taped
about
it.
right.
I'm just saying that because it was their big commercial, their big launch commercial is based on the idea of 1984 as written by Aldous Huxley. Am I getting that name right?
George Orwell.
George Orwell.
Aldous
okay.
Huxley was Brave New
Brave New
World.
World.
Oh, terrific. Anyway,
So hot teen LaRusso meets caretaker Mr. Miyagi.
Oh yeah, because their faucet's messed
The
up.
faucet's messed up. And at first he seems just like a weird old man
Mm-hmm.
cutting tiny trees
Yep.
in his workshop.
Yep.
He's funny.
He's great.
mhm.
I
So
fucking love
funny.
Mr. Miyagi.
And so kind.
So kind.
Patient.
He's like the nicest man in the world. I can't even deal with it.
Yeah. But
So lovely.
he fixes the faucet eventually and sees Macchio doing karate from a book.
Yeah, and also sees he's got that big shiner from getting his ass whooped on the
Mhm.
beach.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But also, he's not just like reading the book. Like he has the book open
Yeah.
and is pushing himself really hard.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the drive,
Yeah.
just doesn't have the resources.
Oh God. It's really sweet.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
I just got sad that he never got to swim in that pool.
Yeah.
He got to swim in the ocean.
Good
Yeah.
point. Okay, you're right. And in that pond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like to imagine they had closed the pool for the summer, but probably not because it's California.
It's probably
They're
like.
like, winter is coming.
But the mom, God bless her, was like, "I'll talk to them about it tomorrow."
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's a champ.
She's
Mhm.
a champ, and she is like, "You were gonna fill that goddamn pool for my goddamn son."
I'm in rockets. Yeah. So he continues to get his ass beat.
And continues to befriend Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And yeah, we see. I didn't remember the whole part where they're just like non-karate friends.
Yeah.
Like he just like
Yeah, that was nice. That was
they
great.
hang out and they do bonsai together. and just
Ugh.
like chat, and he's his surrogate dad.
And he like
it's
uses the
amazing.
bonsai tree to like teach him how to stop being such a hot teen.
Mhm.
Like he
Yeah.
tells him to like just face the tree and picture it in your mind and like just make the cuts as you picture it to stop being so hot about getting his ass whooped by those kids. And then he gives the tree to his mom
Oh.
just because.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi.
But also we think like maybe he's
No, I
There
don't
was
think
a
so.
moment there where I was like, maybe he's interested.
I don't think so though.
You don't think so?
No.
No.
But he really wants. Okay, maybe he was like friendship.
Yeah,
He's looking.
sure.
He's definitely looking for a companion.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
So
for sure.
lonely.
But he's still like, very attached to his wife.
Are these Are these like the first tenants to be nice to him?
Oh, great question.
Like he really responds to them,
Mhm.
and like there's a lot of people that live in that building.
I don't think anybody needs him as much.
Sure.
I guess they're a fish out of water.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
fish
and,
out
like,
of water,
there's
and he knows something
Freddie-
about that.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
It's Freddie whatever. What's
Freddie
his
Fernandez.
name? Freddie
Mhm.
Fernandez, who's fine. He's
Yeah.
got great arms. And
There's a
he's
crazy old lady from
got soccer friends.
Yeah,
This crazy dog lady, also from Jersey,
yeah,
who
Yep.
may or maybe is from Jersey. Freddie Fernandez suggests she's just kind of nuts.
Yep.
yeah.
But oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's that great moment where she's like, "Oh, I'm from whatever part of Jersey," and then he's like, "Oh, you know my uncle Louis?" And she's like, "Oh, Louis whatever," and he's like, "No, Louis something else." She's like, "Nah, I don't know him,"
It's great.
because everyone knows a Louis in
There's
Jersey.
good jokes in this movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cracker Jack script.
Cracker Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So they become tree friends,
Yeah.
baby tree friends.
Maybe
Which
two friends.
Dan did that? Was that okay for you? That
I was all right with it.
okay.
They're caring for trees,
Uh-huh.
even if they're constraining them in tiny pots.
Okay, but also like you have a personal, memory about
Well,
caring for a bonsai tree.
I did receive. A
If you don't mind
bonsai-
us talking about
No,
it.
it's fine. It's a little triggering, but I did. I don't know if I've talked about my love of trees on the podcast ever.
I don't
Oh,
think
I
you
don't
have.
think so.
I mean, how many tree movies have we
Not a
had?
ton. I love trees.
Trees are great.
Trees are great. I was given a bonsai for a present once, which is a great present initially, but then I forgot how to take care of it, and it died. And so I just had a dead tree in my office staring at me because I never took it outside. And it really bummed me out, and eventually I buried it in the backyard and had a little funeral service just for me and the tree. So it's nice to see someone caring for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
Did the giver of the gift know the fate of the tree?
yeah, she did.
Is it your wife?
It is.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, she did.
And was this before or after you got married?
After.
Did she not attend the funeral service?
No, I did it one day in the middle of the day.
Okay.
Oh.
The dog Gertie might have attended.
Oh.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you're doing great. You're holding up
Yeah,
great.
you're holding up all right.
Thank you. It's fine. I won't talk about it.
Dan can't wait to change the subject.
I'm sorry.
Let's just talk about how his wife died in childbirth.
Oh,
my God.
Because the doctor wouldn't come.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
this-
God. I can't.
They went there
They went hard.
hard.
Oh,
They went hard.
multi-layered.
Yes.
We're jumping quite a bit ahead,
Yeah.
but
This is after their karate friends.
they become karate friend because Molly, he's got a kick-ass Halloween costume, which is just him in a shower.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because
Also-
Mr. Miyagi was like, you gotta go be a good a teen who goes to teen things.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like-
like, don't hang out with old men all the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
Which-
I need to be invisible.
advice.
It is
Yeah,
great
that's
advice.
great advice. And
He's
then
teaching him balance.
he built him a shower costume, which was great.
Yes.
It's fantastic. And if you look in the background, you can see the materials that he used.
Really?
Yeah, they have him in the
Oh,
background of his
nice.
workshop.
Filmmaking. Also, great costume for a little intimacy.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Brings Allie into the shower.
Yeah, put Spider-Man to shame.
Yeah. Poor guy.
The part of the movie where he's like goes down the wall. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The guy in
Oh.
the bathroom dressed as Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Yeah, but he really sticks it to.
What? What were you talking
No,
about?
I meant like in terms of a romantic situation.
Oh, is
like
that
the
your
character of Spider-Man?
No, not the character.
upside down kissing?
Upside down kissing.
Where
what
did
I-
that come from?
That's peak romance for you?
Not peak romance for me. I'm saying peak teen romance as represented in the movies. That I think like having an excuse for them to be in an enclosed space together while surrounded by other people is
Yeah.
pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Spider-Man kissing upside down?
It's iconic.
Oh.
All right.
I get
Okay.
what you're saying,
Yeah,
Molly.
okay.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right.
And there was a Spider-Man.
That's
in
where
the
I got
bathroom.
confused.
But
Because
no,
there was
that's
a kid dressed as
understandable.
Spider-Man in the movie.
Totally understandable.
Yeah. So they canoodle a little more,
Mhm.
have gentle flirting.
Yeah,
God, the flirting's so good.
Chaste touching.
They do. They only
Some
kiss
hugs.
once.
There's just a hug, a little
Lots
hug.
of hugs.
Kind of a close dance that turns into a
Yeah.
hug.
Mhm,
There's a
it's so
little
sweet.
bit. Ralph Macchio does a little bit of Han Soloing in this movie.
Little bit.
Where he's kind of like trapping her with his body, but
I don't
Not-
think it was trapping because she's
Into it?
not. Yeah, she is into it.
no, I agree.
And he's actually. I know this sounds worse, but like, 'cause I was gonna say he's behind her, so she has an opportunity to move forward. If she wanted to get out of that situation,
Very easy.
yeah.
She could just
But
pivot. That's
he
true.
was like kind of leaning over her,
yeah.
but not in
That's a different scene.
trapping situation.
Not
Yeah.
the
I'd say
shower.
It's he's borderline, but I think he's doing great.
Yeah, like he's still a teen boy.
Yeah.
And like
He doesn't know what's going
he
on.
doesn't know what's going on. He's full of hormones. It's got to be just awkward boners all the time.
Nonstop.
Just-
Yeah, he's got to learn balance downstairs.
yeah, right? Anyway, okay. So while they're at the Halloween party, though, we should talk about the MVP of at least that scene, Chicken Boy.
Oh, man.
Because literally, suddenly, after they're having this like chaste intimacy moment in the shower, you just suddenly there's just a guy in a chicken costume just going like, "Wah!" and like smashing raw eggs on people, and people love it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
no one's mad at him.
I think Macchio goes, look at that guy. He's a chicken. He's wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he
And
does.
she's like, so cool.
And then he throws a chicken egg at Macchio, and he's just like, "No, not me." But he's like, he's happy about it.
Yeah, you can't be mad
Well-
at Chicken Boy.
And like they needed a reason for him to be in the
Bathroom, right?
Yep.
I thought of that. I was like, they just needed a reason for him to be in the bathroom,
Yep.
and he could just go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
that's
Or
a
like
normal
spill
thing.
punch or something.
Something basic,
But
but
no.
no, they went the extra mile because that's just how good this screenplay
Chicken
is.
Boy.
Full on Chicken Boy.
Oh man, I hope that was a like on set rewrite though, right? Wouldn't that be great if they were just like, I don't know, just isn't working. Like, he can't just go to the bathroom. He's got the girl of his dreams in the shower.
We've
Okay,
got this guy.
How could we get an egg on his face?
Oh man. Okay, we call costumes.
What do they got down there?
call
Let's hang
Crestor.
out- yeah,
Call
call
Crestor.
Crestor. Oh, I got a giant chicken costume and a bunch of eggs here. Me and my best bud Joe Parado, we're gonna fry up, but hey, we could use it for your movie.
Joe likes to dress as a chicken when he makes eggs for us. It's a little joke we have.
We call him Chicken Boy.
Oh boy,
That is who's credited in the film. Just to be completely clear,
Chicken Boy.
Chicken Boy is the credit.
Yeah, this is a credited role in the movie.
Which I love the question that you posed, Beth, which is, does this mean that when he goes to parties, he's like,
Yes.
oh, are you familiar with the Karate Kid? As you may know, I played Chicken Boy.
Have you heard of Chicken
I
Boy?
played Chicken Boy.
I
I just like
was
the idea that
wild.
he was very pretentious
That'd be
about
great.
it. I played the role of Chicken Boy in The Karate
You
Kid.
remember his turn as Chicken Boy in the 1994 film The Karate Kid.
Any community theater board can toss an egg at Ralph Macchio. But it takes a true professional to do it with grace.
And
And
with those
elegance.
chicken hands.
And with those
like,
chicken
that
hands,
was
that's
that was
true.
a lot of costume.
Yeah, how are you ripping those eggs?
Ooh, unless it was a puppet.
What?
Oh. Come on.
Come on.
That's
It's
too much
credited
even
Chicken
for
Boy.
Chris Torn.
How dare you? Greatest puppeteer of our lifetime.
You need a man-sized chicken teeth to throw eggs at your stalking protagonist.
Do you think Peter Diamond arranged the stunts?
Oh, like the Dirt Bike
The
Boys?
Dirt Bike Boys, and when Ralph Macchio gets pushed off his bike and rolls down the hill.
That was a good
Oh,
stunt. That was
great
It's
clearly
a
a
very
stunt.
good stunt. I believe that was arranged.
Arranged.
Because it could be arranged.
You're riding a bike, Ralph Macchio. You get pushed off by
Hoodlums.
motocross Nazis. Just like in my movies. Indiana Jones movies.
There you go.
Head first, a giant bump. I will arrange you on the ground.
But Peter, I just have a question about Peter.
Peter?
Where'd he go? Yeah, I do. So he goes to the bathroom, sees Johnny Lawrence rolling a
Rolling
number.
joints, a number of joints.
Drugs.
Rolling a J.
Yeah.
Then does an elaborate hose hookup
Yeah.
to just spray him with water.
Like, he's lucky that he was rolling multiple joints because it took him a while to get that hose over to that bathroom
Yeah.
stall.
I actually, didn't even think about like you know, I was like, oh, he's so mad and violent for just getting sprayed with some water, but
Mhm.
he probably paid money for that.
Oh yeah, he
those
ruined that.
drugs.
He ruined that
Yeah.
weed
Yeah.
for Johnny
Can't
Lawrence.
dry out of
And the
jail.
humiliation.
Yeah.
Oh, but how creepy that the Nazi motocross kids were dressed as skeletons.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love how on
Ugh.
Halloween they become the Skeleton Gang.
And then I think
Skeleton crew.
Ah.
If you will.
that next scene where they're running through the woods is actually shot pretty well. It's like
Mhm.
through the branches, and it's just like him running away from like 5 skeletons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it pans to like it's like a legit zombie movie shot
Yeah.
where he's just running away from them and
Yeah.
tries to climb a fence and
And
doesn't.
then he once again gets his ass kicked by Johnny Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the skeletons is like, Johnny, that's enough. He can't even stand. And he's like, no mercy. Air Dojo Sensei says no mercy.
Yeah, like they might have killed him.
Yeah.
But then fucking
And-
Miyagi.
Just goes over the fence.
Just
And
like,
we see him
with
like
the
it's-
grace of a cat.
Yeah,
Ugh.
and I mean, it's not.
It's not like one
sneaky,
jump.
but it's
Yeah.
it's somewhat subtle that you see him
Yeah.
come up over the fence
Like in the
corner,
corner of the frame, yeah.
and then he just goes to town on the skeleton.
Like I figured it was just gonna be like a quick shot of him just being like flipping them over and then them being like ooh and doing a cartoony like woo, 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 running away,
Yeah.
but like he kicks the shit out of some of those kids.
I do want to also mention he still has honor though, because there's a moment where they could have just left,
Mhm.
but then they say something like, "Come at me, old
Oh,
man."
yeah, they come for him.
They come for him,
Mhm.
and he has to defend himself.
Yeah, at first he just stands between them and
Yeah.
Daniel, but then they come for him and then he knocks 2 of them down, and then another kid comes and he fucking whips his foot into his groin at least twice.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
And it is real as hell. That looks painful.
It was arranged.
Yes. Oh, it was definitely arranged. It's like, okay. uh, Pat, listen to me. Listen to me. The skeletons of your past are coming to confront you. They're here to destroy the one child who's ever become your friend. You
The
must
one you lost.
The one you lost. The one you can have again. You must destroy them. Destroy them at their core, Pat.
Also, be careful. They're children.
Yes. Also, they are minors, so please be
Yeah,
considerate.
they're probably adult stunt doubles, especially
Yeah,
the skeleton
maybe.
outfits.
Oh.
I guess skeleton
Oh.
nuts is probably an adult, right?
I get that.
Skeleton. Was that a credit at
Oh,
the end
that'd be
too?
amazing. I wish it was. Anyway, that's how they become karate friends because
Yeah.
Daniel's like, "What? How did you?"
Whoa.
Because at first he didn't
Oh,
even think
he
it was
thinks
him.
it's Spider-Man.
He thought it was someone else.
He
Yeah.
thought it was Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's it's something he actually says.
Oh.
Who was
yep.
Spider-Man who
Yeah.
saved me? And he
yeah,
goes,
but not the Spider-Man from the bathroom.
No.
no.
Or the Spider-Man that kissed
From the iconic kiss. No,
Yeah.
neither of
Yeah.
those. Different
a
one.
third Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Spider-Man.
There are a lot of Spider-Man. Anyway, they become karate friends, but he's also like, "Can you teach me?" And he's like, "No, don't. Why? Why do you want to fight teens?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, because I'm a hot teen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta fight.
Yeah.
But they go down to Snake Dojo.
Yep.
Just to like be like, hey, cool it. Your kids are just beating up this kid.
Yeah.
Oh, because
I-
Miyagi makes the great point about
Right.
how there's no such thing as a bad student, only a bad teacher. And that if you tell the
Yes.
teacher to stop.
Yes.
Oh, and then Ralph Macchio is like, "Oh, what do you want me to go talk to the teacher?" And he's like, "It's not a bad idea." And they go.
Yeah.
And it could go any number of ways.
I think it's a
except
reasonable
that
move.
this guy
Yeah, it is.
is Lucifer.
Oh,
He's
Yeah.
a real monster.
he's a real monster.
Wow.
What is his deal?
Yeah, like I think he drives like a Jeep and he lives alone and does a lot of push-ups.
He definitely does a lot of push-ups.
Sure, he does love
But
it.
Got
on his
thick
knuckles.
guns.
Yeah.
Thick
He's
guns and
just-
a weird
Oh, and
tattoo.
a weird tattoo. It's like
Yeah,
a
just like a-
hand gripping a cobra.
Like, yeah, just like crushing a snake in his hand.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Do you think he got that?
Maybe
in
he's like,
Nam?
Probably.
Can't-
Probably.
you know,
What?
maybe he's nothing.
Impotent?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody pairs off.
What?
Uh,
What? Everybody what?
I'm so embarrassed.
For what? Okay, so the head of the Cobra Dojo's dong doesn't work. And he...
and Mr. Miyagi's does. Right?
Yeah.
This is where we're
Yeah.
going?
Yeah.
They get their dicks out.
Mr. Miyagi is incredibly virile.
Yeah. Oh,
Not an awkward boner in sight.
no, he's got it under control.
Balance. It's all about balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
but
they agree
seriously,
to
though-
meet up at the karate gym.
Yeah, but like they agree after, like that's what blew me away. Is like after the sensei of Cobra Dojo was just like, hey, if the kid can't take these other kids beating the shit out of him, like, that's not my problem. Like, that's his attitude. He's just like, oh, whatever, kids beat the shit out of each other.
But he also didn't just say, "Hey kids, you cool it over there while
No.
I go talk to this
No,
man."
he's
He was
form
like,
up.
get in
This
formation
fucking
behind
child
me.
army
Yeah,
behind
it is
him.
his child army for sure.
It's real
so
creepy.
weird.
And Miyagi's like, "Oh, this is a bad man.
Yes.
Hashtag
Yeah.
bad man.
Yeah.
Hashtag bad man.
We will teach him through the power of karate."
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
but in a sanctioned tournament.
Yeah.
Not in some street
Which is
fight.
a smart move,
That is
because
a
then
smart
it's
move.
like
At
they
least it's a ref.
can't
they got
be
it rough.
dirty, then they still are.
Yes.
Oh, doubly
as dirty,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
So then the karate training begins, but
Does
Daniel
it?
LaRusso doesn't know it because
Mhm.
they wax on, wax off, sand the floor, paint the fence side by side.
Isn't it still kind of mind blowing though? Because I remember my mind being blown when I was watching it for the first time that's what was happening. Because I honestly just believe that he was just, I don't know, just
Teaching
kind
him
just
discipline.
teaching him
or something?
discipline
Yeah.
or general stuff.
Yeah.
I did not see it coming, and I thought, knowing it's coming, it's going to be way less magical. And it was less surprising, but it was still really powerful
Mhm.
because you really watch the dawning happen.
Yeah, that scene where he's actually like showing him what all of the fix up my house moves were
Mhm.
was really well done. Because like he didn't, because I thought, because that's like the one piece of pop culture from that movie that just is like drilled into your head, even though I
Yeah.
hadn't seen it. I figured it was just gonna be some sort of weird like magic thing where he's just like, oh, I get it, but no, he actually like they actually show the progression where he's like slapping his hands into his own hands and like showing him like just speed it up a little bit and make contact, and then he starts fucking whipping his fists at him,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
So good.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then it's like
That's
yeah.
when he's finally his breaking point. Beth, you were saying
Oh,
during
yeah.
the movie, like, I'm surprised he's not madder.
Mhm.
And he keeps it pretty
He's
cool
a
doing chores.
good teen.
Yeah.
He's a good teen.
I remember him being more
Hot.
yeah, I'm thinking more like why can't I think of the name of that movie? It's called Star Wars, and the character's Luke Skywalker.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
You know how whiny Luke
Yeah,
Skywalker
like the whole
is?
time
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, I want to learn more of the food.
Yeah, exactly.
be wild.
I feel like he was in my memory he was more like that.
Mhm.
But I did feel like there was some moments of like I was like, oh, Mr. Miyagi and Yoda are essentially the same character.
Yes.
Like they are like kind of they make jokes.
Yeah, they're a little funny. They
Yeah.
seem to be kind of bumbling, but actually they're badasses.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're super wisdom characters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that cut scene from Empire Strikes Back where Yoda just makes Luke like rake out his latrine or something,
Yeah.
or like prune some bushes
Yeah.
with the Force, I guess.
Yeah. Use
Oh,
the
yeah.
force to clean the toilet.
Yeah.
But
Oh, man.
yeah, Karate Kid is way more like bearable.
Yeah, well, I guess
Luke
I guess by
Skywalker.
that point, like because they so clearly established they were friends before they were karate friends. Like I guess on some level he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna help this old man out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
like he's been nice to me.
Mhm.
So
My mom's off shooting rockets off.
oh right, he's
That's
probably
right.
lonely, right? And he's got his
sure.
complicated feelings about Allie. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm too poor for her or whatever. So it's
Yeah.
probably nice to have like somewhere to go after school.
Yeah. But then he ends up back there unexpectedly one night. So he tries to meet Allie at the rich club.
Oh right, because she's like, yeah, come along. I don't care. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
I
Pick me up. No, they were
respect
gonna
you."
go. They
You're
were
gonna
gonna
go
water
somewhere.
sliding afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
I
would have
see.
been very hot.
Yeah.
All that water in
Yeah,
tubes.
right.
Forget about it.
So in that
tubes?
situation, it's not like they're both wearing swimsuits or anything like that.
It's
It's
just the tubes.
water
Water
and
The
tubes.
tubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That gets the blood pumping.
Oh. God.
Keep it balanced.
Cool it.
But so he goes and Creep Supreme's there, Johnny
Yes.
Lawrence.
And he's like almost like forced together by her parents. It's so
it's
creepy.
like some real.
They're
Molly,
weird.
did you say it's kind of like Dirty Dancing? Like I
Yeah.
feel like they're like pairing off the rich people.
yeah.
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 Like
it was gross.
yeah, and we needed Jerry Orbach to take away a doctor letter,
Fucking come
Yeah.
right?
in. Yeah. Or we needed Johnny Castle to just come in and talk some people down.
Yeah.
But Johnny Lawrence sees that Macchio's looking through the windows,
Yeah.
so sexually assaults Allie
Yes.
Mhm.
to make him jealous. Not
Yeah.
jealous,
Just make a
like
point.
get his
Yeah.
goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then Hot Teen LaRussa runs out, but spills over and knocks all the spaghetti down his entirely white
Him
clothing.
and a waiter, an
Yeah.
employee of the club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
The entire ballroom erupts in
yeah,
laughter.
like not just the hot teens, like all the adults.
all the old rich people are
They're
just
like
la-
pointing and
Yeah,
laughing.
they're
Yeah.
like, look at this child and this laborer we don't pay enough covered in the spaghetti
"Ah,
we're
the
about
poor
to eat.
people have spaghetti
Oh
on
my
them. They
God.
must be so hungry.
Oh, that was amazing, right?
I honestly like what if you saw that happen, would you think that's funny or would you be like, "Oh no, I am going to go help them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Wow.
spaghetti."
I mean, power causes brain
It's
damage.
like pre-revolutionary France. Good
Yeah, no
lord.
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Kitchen staff,
terrifying.
Rise up.
Take
Take your
Spaghetti.
your spaghetti.
Yeah. I say kitchen knives, but it's a little too
Yeah,
dark.
let's.
Do spaghetti and dump it on the rich people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like
Yeah.
spaghetti sauce all over
Yeah.
their white suits.
Anyway,
I learned an interesting thing.
Okay.
This is just a sidebar.
Please.
That that white wedding dresses were actually that started because one of the queens wanted to show how rich she was, and that white fabric was nearly impossible to keep clean. So it showed how rich she was because she had a white wedding dress.
Yeah.
Ah,
So pour that spaghetti on those white clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'll show them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Take that, monarchies.
Try to keep that clean.
You
Sorry.
jerks.
Mamma mia.
So LaRusso runs off and misses the end of it where Allie.
Can we just get to what happens?
Punched him in the face.
Yeah.
Miyagi's drunk as shit
Yeah,
singing in his
to
house.
a picture of his wife in full dress, like military uniform.
Yeah, he's in his
American
uniform.
military.
Singing
Oh my
to
God.
the picture of his wife. And
Macchio doesn't get what's going on.
No.
It's their anniversary.
Ugh.
And then through some
Okay, before he even walks in, though, he pours 2
Oh,
shot
God.
glasses of some sort of alcohol, and then he like cheers
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
the one glass is in front of his
Yeah.
wife's picture,
Yeah.
and it is the saddest moment in
is
history.
so
And then it
sad.
just keeps going. They
Oh,
lay it on so
God.
thick.
Yeah,
Goes
not
on
only is his
forever.
wife dead, she died in childbirth with the first Miyagi that was going to be born in America
Yeah.
while he was serving in the military.
Yeah.
Not only that, she was in the Japanese internment camp.
Not only that-
the doctor wouldn't come, presumably because she was a Japanese
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
And so she died. And
And he gets
child-
notified via telegram
Yeah.
while he's serving
in the United
goddamn
States
country.
military.
In the
Number 5.
European theater,
Yeah.
he gets medals of
Fight some
valor.
Jerry Germans.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
So sad.
And then he's.
Oh, and
yeah.
then Ralph Macchio puts him to bed.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it's so
Hold
sweet.
on. So they have been hammering this into us for like 5
Like,
straight
it
minutes.
is so sad.
We are all crushed. It is the realest thing to ever happen in an 80s karate teen movie.
Yeah, this is tied with Casablanca for sad drinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Old man sad drinking.
Marita is being put to bed. A single tear rests
Oh my
on
God,
his eye.
it's so
Suddenly, Molly Chase says aloud, referring to Daniel, he's so bad at tucking people in.
I mean,
He is.
she wasn't wrong.
No,
Yeah.
you weren't wrong. But like, that's not what matters. It's the intention behind it.
I couldn't stop looking. I was like, he should be. I was like, he should put him more on his side because
Yeah.
if he throws up, he's
He
gonna
did
choke.
though. He
I'm
rolled
so
him over
sorry.
eventually.
Oh,
Right,
it was
yeah.
so awkward. That blanket was not right.
Look, okay. Hold on though.
He's
But let's
crying about his dead wife.
Let's give him credit. Like, okay, you're a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
You have been suppressing erections all day, right? You've just been humiliated in a classist way, and also feel like
Oh.
that Allie, like you're the lady of your affections, maybe was using you all along to get her old boyfriend jealous. You're having a rough day. Suddenly you're confronted with the most adult situation that has ever come in front of you.
Yeah.
He did his best,
No, he did a fine job.
you know?
Yeah. He probably shouldn't have read the letter out loud next to.
Well, he was talking to his dad, the clown doll.
Okay.
Yeah, we
you're right.
pan over, we see the clown doll sitting in the corner. We're
Thumbs
giving
up.
like a thumbs up. You did the right thing, son.
Oh, it was beautiful.
And then they continue. They, I don't know, triple down, but I think they come back to this so beautifully in like a couple scenes later where it's about what they didn't say. Wrote down like after he gets his
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh my god.
And Macchio's like, "Oh, this is a cool crest on the back." The
It's like a
tree.
bonsai. Yeah.
And he's like, "You can, if you want it back, gotta understand." And Pat Morita delivers a perfect, "I know you understand," and he's talking about everything. He knows he
Yeah.
understands about his dead wife.
Yeah. Oh, because his wife designed the
Yeah,
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
and made it.
Yeah, and made the.
Oh.
Yeah.
and it's just, I think it's a beautiful moment of understanding that they have this pseudo
Yeah.
father-son
This is during
relationship.
it's like for his birthday. He made him a friggin' cake even.
And he gave him a car.
Oh yeah.
He gets to choose which car.
Number 2 gift.
Oh,
Yeah, and Macchio says, "You're the best friend I've ever had."
oh my
Oh.
god, I
And
forgot
the
about
key
that.
to the car have his fucking dog tags on them as a keychain.
I'm living it over again. It's too much. Everything was like, oh no.
It was really sweet.
They're the best of friends.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's an amazing relationship.
Although also like what happened with mom, because he's like, oh shoot, I was supposed to meet mom. She made a surprise cake. I wasn't supposed to know about it. That is not a scene in the movie. He just goes off in his new car to find Allie.
Miyagi tells him to.
I know, but like, what about mom? She's the best.
she is the best, and she's gonna understand.
Miyagi probably invited her over
Probably called her
for
and
a
said,
second
"Listen,
helping of cake.
oh come on,
Ooh.
okay, hush."
It's like, oh, I heard you have cake. I also
Not
have cake.
everything has
Let's
to
put
be
our 2
romantic.
cakes together.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to be
No,
romantic.
they're just trading
As
cakes.
2 grown
Ugh.
adults
Trading cakes.
trading cakes.
Yeah.
You got a cake, I got a cake.
Hey, I'm just saying
We
it
both
was
love
nice.
the same child.
I enjoyed. Oh, gross. Oh God.
Oh wow.
I'm just saying it's so nice to see a movie where 2 people who could be matched just aren't.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
that
agree.
is how
Yes,
actual
agreed.
life works.
Agreed.
And yeah, that tidiness of it makes me insane.
Yeah, agreed.
So I thought it was
Agreed,
great.
100%. LaRusso drinks milk in this movie multiple times.
Okay.
He gets milk at the lunch line, and then he
Yes.
gets a big fucking goblet of
Yeah.
milk when he has lunch with his mom.
Yep.
He is team
And
milk.
you'll notice, you notice all his milk drinking happens before he finds balance in his life.
Oh, right.
You don't see any milk
That's
drinking.
true. At
Well-
no
after he
point
is-
does Miyagi offer him a glass of milk for his birthday cake.
Oh. So
He offers him whiskey. He does not offer him a glass
He's
of
become a
milk.
man and put child things behind him like
right.
milk. Hashtag milk is for babies.
You actually never see him drink the milk. I'll say
Really?
that. He never drinks it.
Mm.
Maybe his mom ordered it for him.
Yeah, because she thinks he's still a baby.
Oh.
No, she knows he's grown up.
Yeah.
She's the best.
They're best friends.
Maybe it's for the clown dad.
The milk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, man, if I came downstairs, there's just a tiny clown in my
Stop.
kitchen.
God damn it.
Goblet of milk.
Ugh.
I love you, son.
I've been waiting
glug,
for you.
glug, Tara, happy Halloween.
A while ago. Yeah.
I also want to mention Susie.
Yes.
Susie,
Yes. Susie's the
best friend of Allie.
She's great.
She tells the truth. She wears vests.
Mhm.
She is a very well developed best friend character, and she has additional friends as well.
Yeah.
And they
Allie
really-
is
yeah,
popular as hell.
Mhm.
yeah. She's always with a different friend, many different outfits.
Yeah.
A sweater. I'm pretty sure I had
Nice.
at some point.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, which is the other thing. Is there a word? Maybe there's a German word for when you have nostalgia for fashion, where fashion triggers nostalgia as strong as like a smell does.
Everyone's looking at me like I would know what
Beth,
that is.
you're,
seems like you would.
Fluent in Hollywood German.
Schadenkleuven.
Okay, we'll go with
Memorandum cloth. Stern.
I'm just saying this movie was
I honestly can't
1984
remember
AF.
how you say clothing. Otherwise, I would have made something.
Reminding cloth.
Reminding?
Remind him, Claude.
Reminding cloth. Anyway, Susie's great. Susie doesn't take any shit. Susie doesn't take any shit from LaRusso.
No.
Because LaRusso comes in, it's just like, hey, I'm sorry. Let me get a little, again, like you were talking about earlier, Dan, like a little too much in your personal space after we've like clearly had some tension.
Yeah.
And Susie is just like, you're an idiot. She punched Johnny Lawrence in the face after you ran away.
Yeah.
Also, she didn't have to tell that to you because fuck you, figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah. Susan's great.
Susie's great.
And it passed the Bechtel Wallace
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Mom and Allie have a nice. Does Mom have a name?
She introduces her. This is Mr. and Mrs. Whatever.
Mom.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Mom.com.
Mom.com.
Her name is mom.com.
Yeah.
Oh, because the first Apple computer
She
or
invented
whatever
the internet.
Macintosh came out.
Yeah.
Oh, she invented the internet at the
Mama
Rocket
Russo.
Town.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. Great. I don't know if she has a name. Doesn't matter.
It passed.
Yeah, Susie's there. They talk. Probably.
Yeah. It passes.
Okay.
know. It's just very exciting.
Do you want to talk about other MVPs while we're talking about Susan?
Oh man. One of my MVPs was just a background character for some reason during the Halloween dance scene. When Daniel is taking off and implausibly outruns those skeletons all the way to his house. I really think they would have overtaken him. They are in peak physical condition.
He had
On the other hand,
adrenaline,
he was
though.
motivated. That's
Yeah.
true. Anyway, as he's running away, he causes a car accident.
Yeah, like
Oh,
6
yeah.
cars.
Yeah,
He
it's
really
a lot
does.
of cars, but which is fine and it's very dramatic. But then the extra that's in the fourth car, like manages to extend their whole body 3 feet on either side and bounce their shoulders and are really expressing in a big way. I'm an extra who gets it. Okay, I am dumbfounded by this kid.
Yeah.
Can I get another take?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was amazing. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, he was real good.
Yep. The mustache ref.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh,
Dan, you really enjoyed.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Okay.
I enjoyed too.
We first meet Mustache Ref when the Cobras come into the locker room. It's just like, oh, hey, we're dudes and we're intimidating you. And he's like, get out of here. And he doesn't really, he's not that aggressive about it. But then when they pull away, you see that he's like, oh, he's a like massive human being that could like destroy them with one pinky finger.
He's stocky as hell.
And he has a great mustache. He's
Oh.
wearing like a fitted red tee that says referee on it.
yeah.
And then you learn that he has this very well may be like his own like dojo, because 90% of the other referees are also like buff men with mustaches.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
All the mustache refs.
But I don't know, I just want to believe that like he keeps discipline at the tournament by like quietly threatening everyone. You know what I mean? Where like, because when he's first like kicks them out of that locker room, I just want to think like after he walks out of frame, he's just like, "You kids come in here again, I'll rip your arms off." But he says it like so matter of factly,
Yeah.
and just very quietly. And then even during tournament, it's like, "Hey, get back in the boundary. I'll break one of your toes."
Yeah.
His name is Pat E.
Johnson.
He is apparently a super black belt in some discipline I've never heard of that was apparently founded by Chuck Norris back in the 70s, which explains the facial hair on all of these refs.
Amazing.
And not only was the referee, he was also the fight choreographer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
worked hand in hand with Peter Diamond,
Yes.
Oh.
Exactly.
presumably.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, Peter Diamond wasn't credited, but
Yeah.
He did the stunts versus the fights.
Yes,
I
exactly.
assume.
Exactly. Like Patty Johnson was like, all right, so I want him to whip the skeleton in the nuts twice, just so we know he means business. And then Peter's like, that can be arranged. And then they go to Hank Cresthorn. And it's like, Hank, one of the skeleton costumes has to have a really padded crotch, just FYI.
Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of padding here. My God, I'll put it in there. It's just extra puppet stuffing. Put some of those googly eyes down
this
in your
one
crotch.
used to be Fuzzy Bear.
I didn't need as much for the clown as I originally thought.
Anyway, Joe Prado and I are going bowling later. You should come, Peter Diamond.
That can be arranged. Great. You're welcome, whoever likes this bit that we never give up on.
I can't remember what Joe Prado sounds like.
Joe
Prado.
Prado.
Oh, proud of
Hey,
you.
we're going to be proud of that strike. I'm going to bowl.
Without a moment to spare.
Hey, you need, how many dirt bikes you kids need for this scene? I got about 24 in my garage.
You are putting teens up on those dirt bikes? Whoa, that's not
What
it.
voice is that?
You what? You coming in here?
Wow.
No.
I modified the dirt bike so these stupid ass teens can figure it out for themselves.
You'll be proud of these dirt bikes.
Yeah. Anyone else? Any other fictional characters we need to toss in while we're on
trying to
this?
get them all.
Anyway, Patty Johnson is amazing.
So good.
Look him up. He's apparently the referee in all the Karate Kid movies because they understood they had struck gold. Or
Yeah.
also maybe he was the martial arts choreographer for the entire franchise.
I would imagine
It's very
so.
likely.
Oh, man. Oh,
Oh. Do you have another MVP?
no. Go
I
ahead.
do. One of the Cobra Kais at one point when Daniel is like with Allie and they're just like being stinkers at him, he is just this like weird goblin kid who's just like, oh, what is it take a worm for a walk day? And it's the creepiest thing in
But
the
he
world.
delivers it with such gusto
Yeah.
that he wrote that down beforehand. He's got like a book of slams, a slam book. It's like, wow, okay, someone's walking away from me.
So you
Take a worm for a walk day. All
So
right.
you're imagining this character when he's not at the dojo, he's in his bedroom filling out his slam book.
Yeah, or else it's that book. Do you guys have this as a kid? It's like 101 snappy comebacks.
No.
What?
No.
Yeah, we had a book. That's what it was.
Must be nice.
Is that one of them?
Maybe
Number
I don't-
one,
I
must
don't
be
remember
nice.
any of them, but yeah.
It is a published book.
Yeah,
It's called Snappy Comebacks.
it's like some number of snappy
Are they for
comebacks to
particular
something.
scenarios?
I think it like tried to give you a wide range of things people
wow.
would do to you, and then you'd have one at the ready. So
Oh
you
my God.
memorize this list.
Who is the person who writes this book?
Seriously.
I don't know. Someone who got bullied a lot,
Wow.
Oh.
probably, right?
I don't
Wow.
know. Or a bully.
A bully
Who's
was
just
like,
when they capitalize on these
Here's a-
dweebs.
That's how you drop negs.
Oh, also the used car salesman that was hosting the karate tournament.
Oh yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, his hair was my
He had a
MVP.
rumpled suit and just a interesting haircut.
It was like really flat,
Yeah.
like to his head, and then like at the bottom it just curled out.
Yeah, it wasn't quite a mullet, but it was like, it was like his hair had flattened so much on the top that it just started like cascading
Yeah.
down to the back of his neck. But
Ugh.
then started course correcting and coming back up a
I
little.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if it was also a producer or
Right?
something. It really felt that way to me.
Yeah. What if it's Ralph Macchio's dad?
I don't know. Oh, okay. Also, MVP
Mm.
was the day player who played the doctor
Oh.
who comes
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
because they lay it on thick at the end.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that happens. I won't give it away.
But
But basically, Ralph Macchio is down for the count.
I mean, he gets like a severe kick to the.
to
They
the
told him to
knee.
sweep the leg.
It is
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
And so he's given 15 minutes to return to the mat.
Mhm.
He goes back and he is pronounced by a doctor. Well, I don't know what the doctor even says.
I think he
just,
says like you did
did-
pretty good or
you
something.
did pretty good. And then just like, I don't know, he's just straight out of New England, like casting call, old
Yeah.
doctor dude in a full white coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like must provide own coat.
Yeah,
or
must
something.
provide own coat. You don't need a doctor bag or anything. And
No.
he just wanders off, pronounces, wanders off, and I assume collected a good paycheck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for all we know, that character just like wandered off into the mist, like angels in the outfield, or not angels in the outfield, Field of Dreams,
Yes.
and was actually like an old karate doctor from the like
Wait,
40s.
he's a karate doctor?
I don't know. But
What
then,
does that mean?
Then
Doctorate in karate.
the voice from God told that used car salesman to build a karate tournament arena.
If you build
Yeah. So then Ghost Doctor came out of the not cornfield. What's out there? Palm trees.
Palm tree
Those
field.
weird little oil
Out of the
rigs
ocean.
by Pat Morita's house.
Mm-hmm.
Could have walked out of the ocean.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, he probably walked out of
terrifying.
the ocean. He definitely walked out of the ocean.
Wow. Well, he
Wow.
was pretty good.
He was great. Like he had one job and he did that job.
He did it.
Made it sound like it was pretty serious what was
Mm-hmm.
going on with LaRusso.
Yeah.
And he wore a doctor's coat that seemed like it was designed to fit him. Suggesting he was a professional
Got his
doctor.
own coat.
Good stuff.
Oh boy.
He was great.
How, Dan, I feel like you were talking about this. How did you feel about the representation of Asian people and cultures in this movie?
Oh, about how I thought I might feel.
'Kay.
I think they didn't need to have Miyagi's speech be as bad as it was.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like the director definitely was like, "Oh, do it more Asian." At some point.
Yeah.
I think it was they leaned into that a little hard.
hmm Especially if he's like, if he was a soldier in World War II,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
means he's been in America for what, like 40 years at this point?
Yeah.
And
And
he's-
yeah, it's like he like drops all the articles.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't. He could have. They didn't need to do that.
Right.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
And then, but there was almost no ancient Japanese
Yeah.
secrets.
There was a little hint of it.
where he does like warms up his hand and heals his shoulder,
Yeah.
that's it there, but also like he's kind of a trickster, and
Right.
it might just be bullshit, and he just like
Yeah.
popped his shoulder back in, and he rubs his hand together because it's kind of funny to do.
Yeah.
Like I could see that going either way.
Yeah. But he does it again at the end to like fix his leg or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I
that might
thought
have
of
been.
that more as a karate trick.
What do you mean?
Like it's like a concentration of energy into your hands.
Mhm.
Like that's I don't know. I thought of it more as being a karate thing than like an ancient.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's
I mean,
the
it's
same
like
thing.
a chi thing.
Sure. Yeah. I think that one was borderline in my
Mhm.
opinion. But they never like ring a gong and have him burn
Right.
a bunch of incense or anything
Yeah.
like that.
There's a
So,
little bit of there was some pan fluting in the background
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, credited pan flute player.
Yes, was a
Yes.
credited pan.
George came for some George with an
Mhm.
H in
Mhm.
there. You figure out where there's an
George.
H in George. I mean, he's also in a movie about karate. He's the only East Asian character. Is that true?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we just take just one moment and talk about Pat Morita?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can take the rest of the show for all I
He's-
care.
Wow.
He was
Amazing.
the amazing.
He's an American hero.
He's the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I don't know if you know about his childhood.
Nothing.
I don't.
Oh my gosh. He was born in California of parents who immigrated from Japan. And at the age of 2, he was diagnosed with spinal tuberculosis and was in a body cast
What?
and told he would never walk and was like shifted to 2 different sanatoriums for like treatment. And eventually, after extensive back surgery and physical rehabilitation, he was able to walk again. And when he was able to walk, they returned him to his parents and his family, who were then at an internment camp in Arizona. And then they got transferred to a different internment camp. And that all happened before he was like 18.
Wow.
Whoa.
And he wanted to be an actor. And somehow, and there were like no roles for act. Like,
Yeah.
it's just incredible. He's amazing. Yeah. Age
Yeah.
11, you get to reunite with your family after 9 years.
Wow.
He was
Oh, but
in
Pat,
hospital for
his
9
nickname,
years.
yeah,
Ugh.
that's his nickname that got developed while he was under treatment.
Because
it's
the
easier for
doctors
people to
didn't want to
say.
say his real name.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ugh,
Oh,
what a treasure. Yeah,
Yep.
he's so good in this.
He's
So
so
good.
good.
He plays, just like he's a fully developed 3-dimensional
Yeah.
character of like being the father. He has his own thing going on. He deals with the racist. There's
oh, such
We-
a great racist
we're-
scene.
All
Yeah.
those drunk guys at the beach.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also we're watching this on a certain streaming service that tells you who people are in a scene when you pause it.
Yeah.
And so we paused it, and the 2 credited characters were Yahoo 1 and Yahoo 2.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Correct.
And they were just 2 drunk dudes drinking on their car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Miyagi fucking intimidates the hell out of them after they call him a slur
Yep.
by chopping the tops of their bottles off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
That's
then
a great, funny line.
Dana's like, how did you do that? Like, how did you know how to do that? And he's like, he just says like, I don't know, I've never done it
For
before.
the first time. He's so good.
So
He's
good.
got great dad jokes that I really
Yeah, he does.
appreciate.
Yeah, he does.
When the Karate Kid asks him what belt he has, he just
Oh.
pulls it up and goes, "It's canvas. Do you like it?" It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he's teaching him balance on the fishing boat and dumps him in the water, he just says, "You're wet behind the ears," and then like loses his mind.
Yeah.
Like it's the funniest joke he's ever
Throws
told.
his legs up in the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
He's laughing so hard.
He's loving it. Yeah, he's a
Oh,
treasure.
so charming.
Yeah. It's fascinating to me how masculinity is dealt with throughout this movie.
Mhm.
Like, it's such a clear contrast between really shitty, toxic masculinity and really admirable, like necessary. You're growing up in the world, and this is part of who you are.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, right?
Yeah, because Daniel's already doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's starting from a pretty good place in terms
Yeah.
of like what kind of dude he is. He respects his mother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Great mother.
Probably hasn't had
Helps her out.
much of a father figure
Mhm.
in his
Yeah.
life for a long time.
Well, you're ignoring the clown, but
I
okay.
mean,
Clown
yeah,
on the
but like
cabinet.
an inanimate clown doll. Like, what's that gonna do for you?
Who said it was inanimate?
I mean, like,
It's drinking that big glob of milk.
that's right. Okay, most of the time though, when other people are around, it's gotta stay quiet.
Okay, yeah.
So that's hard. Absent
Toy
father.
Story rules.
Absent father. Yeah, Toy Story rules. Exactly. Yes.
Ah, God, this is so creepy.
So but he's already doing pretty good, and like, yeah, and
I mean, he's got a real short temper.
he's hot. He's definitely a hot teen.
Yeah.
But you know what? Again, flooded with hormones, awkward boners.
Yeah.
It happens.
He's just
Oh.
fighting to keep the boners down.
just
Yo,
trying
stop.
so hard. Hey, I'm just telling it like it is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Ask any 13-year-old boy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Hey.
sure.
Molly, go up to any 13-year-old boy on the street. Ask him what his boner situation is. He'll tell it, and he'll fight you.
He probably will fight you. He won't fight you. He'll run away.
Yeah. Do not do this. This is not the Totes Recall Challenge.
Okay,
Not
hey,
a
We
good
are still
idea.
waiting for the tweets to come in
Hey.
on both of the challenges
Right.
that I do not remember.
listen, adult listeners, really all listeners, don't go up to 13-year-old boys and ask them what their boner situation is.
Yes.
Are you listening to me?
Oh my god.
Unless you are their doctor. They have come to you. This is a scheduled appointment.
You have a lab coat like the doctor in this movie.
They have specifically said, I have some questions about that area.
Yeah.
And then the doctor says, "What's
Tell
your
me
boner
about your boner situation. Yeah. That's a medical.
Yeah. That's how you play cool. You got to make your patient feel relaxed.
Yeah.
You speak in the lingo
Speak
of
their
teens.
language. You know, the lingo of teens. Like, hey, Jaquette, what's your boner situation? Anyway, Mr. Miyagi is also a great example of masculinity. He is a extremely badass martial artist,
Yeah.
but he is constantly preaching nonviolence. Like he has talked about how the Miyagis have always been masters of karate, but their philosophy does not. It always involves using it as a last resort.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's defense.
It's all about balance
Yeah.
beyond anything else. It's not about fighting. Why fight? I think he even literally asked Daniel that at some point, which is great.
Yeah.
And he just gives his mom that tree.
Ugh,
I mean,
so sweet.
Yeah.
he's already giving a tree to Daniel. He's only got like 4 or 5 trees.
Yep.
Yeah, and no spoiler alert. In 2 or 3, the bad guys break up his trees.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah, they go smash all his
Monsters.
bonsai pots.
No.
I think Miyagi might die in 3.
What?
I think
Well.
you're right.
No, isn't he in the Swank movie?
I thought he died in this one.
Oh,
Isn't he in the Swank movie?
He dies in one of them, I think.
maybe it's that one.
Oh,
Did he fall off a cliff? I don't
What?
Know.
What?
I don't know.
I gotta
Wow.
watch these movies.
Honestly, though,
I think
I
I've
don't know
seen them
either.
all except the newest one, the remake,
With Jaden.
which I
Jaden.
heard was
Jackie
not very
Chan.
good.
Yeah. Oh, this is hard. Yeah, I don't like to think about that.
About what?
About Mr. Miyagi dying.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Well, he becomes a force ghost. If that makes you feel better.
ooh,
He's there at the banquet on Ewok Planet
yeah. Ugh.
next to Hayden Christensen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
By the way, Molly, this movie takes place before you were born.
What? Wait a minute. Oh my gosh.
What were we talking
if
about?
I
Oh,
were
yeah,
younger.
men are
Right.
terrible.
Yeah, and then Cobra Kai is just like
just
kill,
monsters.
no mercy, kill, kill, kill.
Yeah.
The enemy is in front
Strike
of you.
first, strike hard,
And
no
then-
mercy.
A lot of like the woman is mine.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to talk to you, so let me talk to you.
Oh yeah, he fucking #1 creep blames Allie for him having to break the radio. It's some
Oh,
real
yeah.
toxic shit of like,
So
look what you made me
gross.
do.
Yeah, and then I think the next day he even like blames her for like kicking the shit out of Daniel. He's just like, "Well, you wouldn't talk to me, and then I had to beat the crap out of that guy."
Oh,
Oh, the
that's
worst.
some classic gross stuff.
Real gross.
Mm-hmm.
They're all gross.
And then all those other did we already talk about this? All of his new friends, Freddie Fernandez and his new friend crew, immediately turn against him once he
weird.
gets his ass
It's
kicked.
weird.
That was really weird.
Freddie at least seemed hesitant about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I can't tell if it's because
They don't want to get messed
he
up
got
by
his ass
Cobra
kicked?
Kai.
or because he was such a hot-headed teen and like fought that dude for
No, I think it's because they don't want to be associated
Oh,
with
sure.
somebody that Cobra Kai is
Weakling.
going to go after.
That's true.
They're a bunch of chicken boys.
Yeah.
but not wild ones.
No,
No.
they're not wild.
Yeah, I mean they're just trying to keep the balance of like.
No,
you
you're
know?
probably right. They probably were like, "Oh shit, we can't be friends with him because of the dirt bike Nazis
Yeah.
will kick the shit out of us
They're
too."
rich
Yeah.
and they can kill us, and no one will
No
come
one will
after
care.
them. 'cause
Yeah,
they
'cause
probably
we're
own the
poor.
police department.
Yeah.
They probably do. Shit.
Yeah, it's some real class stuff happening too.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a really
Which
good
is not
movie.
what I was expecting because it was just like, oh, an 80s movie where a teen learns karate from an old Japanese man.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we should talk about the romantic kiss that's in this movie.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Oh.
The one kiss after he really apologizes
Yeah.
a second time.
Little
and
Han Soloing before he apologizes.
Little Han Solo.
But
Yeah.
they figured it out.
They
But
figured
he-
it out. Yeah.
Executes a essentially a good apology where he knows what happened.
Yes.
He didn't. Yeah. And then they get all close and snuggly, watching all the
Some
hot-
chase tugging.
Yeah, watching all the shirtless men come down the water slide.
Yeah.
With tubes and water.
Yeah,
That golfing stuff.
It's very hot with the golfing stuff.
Mhm.
And then they just like open their mouths
They go for it.
as wide as they can.
It's like an okay kiss
At the
at the
yeah,
start,
beginning.
They start
and
out
then it
okay.
just goes
His
like
mouth
they're
goes
screaming
way
into each
too
other's
big.
mouth.
I blame him, and this is hard for me because how I feel about him.
Right. Well, we should talk about that.
But
next.
but no, I think Beth, you're exactly right that the beginning of the kiss was perfect, but then there's like this mouth thing that happens, and I blame him entirely.
Okay, but also
I feel like her facial expression turns into like, okay, all right.
also though
We'll work on
isn't isn't this like true to life though, right? Like teens don't just know like what the correct way to kiss is.
yeah, no one
right?
teaches you how to kiss.
Oh, listen, my first kiss was a freaking disaster.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
if I feel like it's real life teens right there.
I guess so.
That
but
could be his first kiss.
That could be Macchio's first kiss.
We don't know what he was doing.
No,
in
because he had a
Newark.
girlfriend back in Jersey.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, no, that's a whole point where
Maybe
they're
he
having a
didn't
conversation with his mom.
I didn't hear that part. I was too busy looking at the
Well,
majestic.
his mom didn't say what is your kiss situation, but it was pretty
When did he
clear.
say he had a girlfriend in Jersey?
What you paid no attention to this movie?
When did they say that?
No, it was then when they were sitting when he had the goblet of milk.
Oh,
I was
I went
too
to get more
distracted by
pizza.
Oh,
And we were too busy watching the group of
the Cobra Boys. Yeah.
Cobra Boys coming out of the Cobra Dojo
Yeah.
in the back.
They had a whole little comedy routine in the background. Like they all leave and they're like roughing each other up, and then the one sticks around and like looks back and then sees him having lunch with his mom and runs to get the other. And they come back and they laugh at him a bunch more.
yeah.
It's great.
Well, I'm sorry I
Well,
didn't
Well,
hear
during
that part.
all of that, she does beautiful motherly teasing about, well, is this girl as cute as whatever the girl's name is back in Jersey? And that's when he
Oh.
launches into, oh, she's smart, she's great, she's really great, she's really
Okay.
beautiful when he's talking to his
Clown dad.
clown dad.
But maybe they were like boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So they just
sweet
like
on
held
each
hands
other.
in the hallway.
I mean, I'm just saying, I get what you're going for. I just feel like there's only one kiss in the movie, and it's not a plot point of him learning how. I just feel like a second take and a little instruction.
You're saying that maybe there should have been a scene where Miyagi teaches him how to kiss? Just to justify that scene a little better?
Yeah, because I bet you could practice with a fence and do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Blow up all these balloons.
Oh, there you go. Sure.
No,
Well,
Seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Just
What if
like-
it popped?
like eat this slice of watermelon,
No,
but like really
stop it.
carefully.
Tie
Eat
all
the
these.
slice of water.
I've got all these.
know.
I have all these extra maraschino cherries. Tie the stems with your tongue.
Not about
Breathe
straight
through your
up.
nose.
Remember to breathe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is important. Hey,
Unwrap these
teens,
starbursts in your mouth.
Teens.
remember to breathe.
Breathe in. Take a moment.
Take a moment.
Check in with your partner.
Check in with your partner.
Make sure they can breathe.
Make sure they can
Yes.
breathe.
Everybody's breathing in and out,
Enthusiastic consent
Mhm.
all the time.
That's true.
even at the golf and stuff.
Even at the golf and stuff, you say,
Especially
Allie,
at the golf
I
and
would
stuff.
like to kiss you.
Yeah. We can proceed to golf and stuff.
What?
Oh.
It's a euphemism.
Oh, I see. But anyway, Macchio doesn't quite stick the landing on that kiss. I
Yeah.
think we can all
Yeah.
agree on that.
Yeah.
But they're so cute together.
Oh, they're so
Yeah.
great.
So
Maybe there was just
supportive.
tons of kissing originally, and then after they saw that one, they were like, "Let's just pare it down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was great. The whole movie is great.
How Beth, we made the last bet that you would not be attracted to Ralph Macchio. That's the last bet of the first half.
No, I didn't find him attractive.
Okay.
He
Great.
was he was a skinny little boy.
Yeah.
But he was apparently 23.
23 in
There's
this.
no
shocking.
way.
Ralph
He
Macchio
looks
is
12.
23.
He was so
Well cast as
Tiny.
a 16-year-old boy.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Molly, were you thrown back to your teen days?
I mean,
Just crashing in the waves, wearing jean shorts.
Yeah. Or camo pants with his button down tucked into
Oh my
it.
god. Yeah.
Oh,
One scene
that
he's
was
got
hard.
just high-waisted camo pants with a
Oh.
tucked-in button-up shirt.
Oh,
like
it's so
like
wrong.
A plaid one.
oh, it's so
I was
wrong.
loving all the school shots and all the friends coming
Yeah.
in and out of school wearing their
They're-
vests.
yeah.
Yeah, it was super 1984. I feel like when I saw this movie, Ralph Macchio was way too old for me.
Mm.
And now I feel way too old for Ralph Macchio. Does that make sense?
Two
Yes.
trains
Mhm.
passing in the night.
Yeah, like I'm
Yes.
just too old to find that attractive.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But the 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old inside of me
Mm.
certainly understood his
Okay,
appeal.
so you weren't like watching this again. You weren't like, what were you thinking, Chase?
No,
Okay.
and I to be honest, like I mean River Phoenix was like a much bigger crush,
Yeah, that makes
you
sense.
know. And more my type, a little more brooding.
Mhm.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like
Such a sweet boy.
he was sweet and he was really cute and sort of funny. I don't know.
Yeah, he definitely. Molly, you and I talked about this. Like, he definitely seemed like for some scenes had gone to the Sylvester Stallone School of Acting,
Yeah.
where it's just kind of like exactly like how Sylvester Stallone is like in Rocky, where it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna mumble through my lines and maybe chuckle a little bit. All right, scene over. Great.
Oh, yeah, well, we're going to golf and stuff. Okay.
Oh. And then sometimes he'd really remember he was from Jersey.
Yes.
And it would be super Jersey and like, whoa, you toned it down like 3 scenes ahead. So
Yeah.
let's tone it back down. And then he would. So who knows? We're on a journey.
You are on a
I really
journey.
felt like I was on a long journey with Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh,
Before we get to how we feel about the movie, we'd like to read a review of our own
5-star.
5-star review of our own podcast, Totes Recall, in the style of a character from the movie we just watched. And we have one. Thank you. Is anybody feeling inspired to do, say, a Karate Kid accent?
oh.
Daniel
like a New
LaRusso
Jersey?
from New Jersey
Oh.
slash
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone.
Jersey, it's me,
There you go.
Danny, blah, blah.
There it is.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. 5 out of 5 Totes Recall rating metrics. What? That's not what it is. What if I choose? Okay, so the name, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What?
The title is 5 out of 5.
Okay, got it. Got it.
Gotta.
And this is from What If I Choose the Wrong Nickname?
Got it.
You know what's great about Totes Recall? Even though I've sat on my butt not reviewing the podcast for all the time I've been listening, Beth, Molly, Dan, and other Dan keep making episodes that I look forward to every month. Even when I haven't even... What? Even when... So, just a quick note. I have a hard time reading out loud.
Just
Even-
mumble it like Sly Stallone.
Yeah.
Even when I haven't even seen the
little
movie.
French. little French action.
I'm holding a cigarette. Or it's been so long that I've forgotten. I still get a good chuckle out of the bets and life-filled memories. Thanks, people. Adrian.
Wow.
Very
Right.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why
You
don't
like-
I just
that
write
is
Yeah,
so
down?
nice.
Ralph Macchio hit puberty in the middle of that review.
Became a man.
Yeah, he did become a man.
My New Jersey accent might not be a New Jersey
It's
accent.
unclear. I don't
Okay.
even know.
It might be more like a New York.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah, we're very broad with our.
Yeah, I mean, let's remember our Australian accents
Yeah.
from previous episodes.
all
Mine
right.
is pretty
Eels
good.
Beach. They get him when he comes back in.
Bees and flat water.
Wax on, wax off.
Bell's Beach.
Hey, Johnny Lawrence, I'm gonna beat you at the karate tournament.
Kubrick.
So, how many?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the beach,
Yeah.
how
Oh,
many
yeah.
hot Ralph Macchio posters would you give this?
Dan, you gave it 4.
Yeah.
And you hadn't seen it before. You gave it 4. You knew it was in the cultural zeitgeist, but that didn't necessarily mean it was good. What
Correct.
if it was bad?
Yeah, it was, as I said earlier, it was way more layered and like three-dimensional characters than I was expecting from when you say it on paper, like, oh, it's a movie from the 80s where a teen learns karate from an old Japanese man. You just assume it's going to be stupid garbage. But it was not stupid garbage. It was very cute. There was beautiful relationships between father figure and teen. There was surprisingly healthy relationships between horny teens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a Macchio poster on the ceiling
Yes!
so I can look at it when I go to bed at night.
Yeah.
5 hot Mach
Yes!
posters.
Hot match. Beth, you gave it 3 Macchio posters. They
Yeah.
were all in the closet, though.
Yes.
Yes. I was really surprised by how much I liked this movie. I didn't think I was going to like it very much. But the main character was not annoying. I thought that the relationship that he had with a female character was nice. And I thought that she was a great character. I loved Mr. Miyagi. 5 posters.
Where are those posters?
They're displayed for all to see.
Wow.
Oh.
Sorry, Mom and Dad.
I'm into hot match now.
Hot match now.
I gave it 4, and I put them all on one wall.
Right, which very much upset Molly Jane.
Yeah, real mad about it. And so, as an olive branch to you, Molly, I'll take a 5th poster and put it on a different wall. It was great. 5. Yeah, all the things y'all said. Miyagi's the best. Real as hell.
Yeah.
They really dig into how sad and tragic he is, which I always love.
Yes, of course. Also, he whipped those nuts.
Whip those nuts. Like, there's not a ton of fight scenes, but the ones that are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Awesome.
Molly, you gave it 5, and my only note is sultry.
You didn't write down all 5 posters?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. Each one had a different pose.
Listen, I can
Oh,
find.
we should go through. So, let's see. There was one hand on the chin. I
That
don't know
was
if
the
we.
5th one.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
Mhm.
saw Macchio in that.
2 hands up.
He got
Two hands.
close to 2
Got
hands up
close.
because
He
at
had
one point he was
one
walking into
arm.
Miyagi's house and kind of put one on the door frame.
Yeah.
Yes,
Did that
he
do
did.
it for
Oh yes.
One behind his head.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
that
Yeah,
happen?
that didn't happen in the movie necessarily.
One lying on the
One lying down.
ground.
Yeah, kind of like when you lay on the ground and you prop
Yeah.
yourself up with the elbow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the poster version.
There was
That's
a
not
locker
the-
lean. I
One
believe.
locker lean.
Locker
Oh,
lean.
that locker lean.
He did a locker lean in the
He
movie.
did
didn't
do a locker
Yeah.
lean.
Very hot.
For the 9 and 10-year-old inside you, not
Yes.
for
The
Not for
10-year-old
my
looking at
grown-up
the
person.
16-year-old played by a
Ew,
23-year-old.
God, it's so gross. I'm so sorry. We're
Who's
all-
now like
35.
he's a 35-year-old?
Oh, no, Molly's 35.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're all 35.
Yeah, we're all 35.
Mhm.
I'm a little bit of older, 35, but
Yep.
it's the same idea.
Yeah.
No, I guess he would be like 14. Whoa.
Fif-
He'd be like way older than me. He'd be like 14
15.
years older than me. So
Something.
he's like, is he in his 60s?
60s?
That can't be
No,
true.
that can't be right. He's got to be in his 50s.
I would say
57
50s.
now.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Depending on
If he was
57,
if he was
56.
23 and 83 when they filmed this movie,
84.
Mhm.
presumably.
He was born in 61.
Oh, okay.
Well, that solves it. Anyway, he's. I'm just saying, either way, and I'm married now, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
just all I'm
I don't
trying
think
to
anyone was
say.
actually trying to say like, Molly, go to him.
But Ralph Macchio is on your cheat list.
But also, Ralph, if you are hearing this,
Yeah.
or Channing,
James,
if you know
you're
Ralph,
hanging out with Ralph, tweet at us.
please.
Hashtag I'm hot much.
I'm hot much. Oh, or if anyone else out there wants to just like join in the conversation, send a tweet at us. Hashtag I'm hot for much.
Ooh.
Hot for much.
You hot for much? Not
Hot
for
much? Got much? Nope.
Got
Okay.
hot
You can
much.
also send us
Anyway.
pictures of hot macchinos.
What?
What?
Mochaccino.
Mochaccino?
Yeah. Isn't that a drink?
Yeah, but
Macchiato?
spelled totally differently.
Hot macchiato?
Oh, okay. Maybe
oh, you're
that's
thinking
what
of
I'm going
macchiato.
I think
For the listeners, Dan is like
Mochaccino?
just getting into coffee in the last like month.
Like just figuring
Is
it out.
mochaccino not a thing?
I guess it could be. I don't know.
I feel like that's
Kinda
something that
made
they
up.
sell at like
Yeah, they just, like,
McDonald's or
make it up.
something.
It's like for children.
Is it
But-
just mocha?
Macchiatos could be a what?
Wait,
for
mochaccino is for
children.
children? It's just milk? That's just a glass of milk?
It's a
No.
cappuccino with chocolate in it.
You shouldn't give cappuccinos to kids. Hey,
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 hey, parents?
Parents?
Coffee parents?
Cool
Cool
it.
the coffee for children.
they don't need that. They can't break
Children
down
should
caffeine
drink.
as well as us.
Water.
Yeah.
And also cool it with juice, all right?
Oh, okay.
Juice is just sugar water. It's not a healthy beverage for your kid. You're just giving them sugar.
So does your kid only get water?
It's water and milk.
Oh.
He does
until he
get milk,
turns
though.
18.
Yes. Then no milk in the house.
Until I find him having milk with a clown in the kitchen late at night. Then we're out. All the milk gets thrown out the door.
That's right.
Yikes.
Wow. Well, it's no surprise. 5 gigantic Ralph Macchio.
How
hot
big?
Oh, wow. Like
posters.
those big ones
Well,
that
just like the big ones that
they're like
can...
a little clothy and like they unroll from
Oh,
spools.
wow.
No, I'm just thinking like I just want to clarify. It's not the poster you pull out from Tiger Beat.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
That's already
no.
folded in fours. It's like a good size. It's like a movie size.
Yeah,
poster.
like you had to go to like a record store to buy it.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Like
it's
just
a
in-
Sam Goody.
yeah,
Yeah.
same good. Or Turtles if you grew up in the South.
Is that on
Oh.
Peachtree
And
and
Road?
you got a probably
Nice.
everything's on Peachtree Road at some
Oh.
point. There are like 27 Peachtree Roads.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they used to give out gift medallions that if you ever babysat in the city of Atlanta
What?
at Christmas, you would get a gift medallion.
Wait,
It was
sorry.
just like
For
you ever
what?
babysat
From the
in the
city?
city?
no.
This is gonna be some
And for your service to our community, babysitting the children of Atlanta, I, Mayor of Atlanta, in whatever year we're talking about,
to redeem for one poster.
can also be exchanged for
My
a
cousin
$1,000 tax break for your parents. If you want to share, wink.
Okay. Also, to clarify, Turtles is basically a Sam
Got it,
Goodies
okay.
or a Tower Records.
And
or
you could
something.
go to Turtles
it's a
and
local
say,
chain.
please give me a gift
And
medallion.
instead of a gift certificate, they had these medallions, these
Was it-
gift medallions that adults thought were amazing to give to teens, which actually isn't untrue. We did appreciate
Did they
them.
come on little ribbons you could hang them around your neck?
No, they actually came in a little pouch. Like I can
Wow.
almost just feel one in my hand just thinking about it. It was such an iconic, like
What was it
cool
made of?
thing to have. It was like a metal medallion.
Huh.
It was like it's bigger than a quarter. It has some real heft to it.
Did it have a turtle on it?
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely did.
How
You
much
better
could you
believe
get
it.
with it?
I think they came in denominations of $10 and $15 is my memory.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, I would have saved up my gift medallions from the people I babysat for who gave me that as a Christmas gift.
How many
would-
medallions would you get in 1 year?
I mean, in 1 year, I probably babysat regularly for 3 families.
Okay.
So maybe I would get like $30 to $50 in medallions, which could
Nice.
buy quite a few
Yeah.
CDs.
Yes.
Ah.
Or
Or macho.
Hot
or
Hot
hot match
posters.
posters. Anyway, that's what I would use to buy these posters.
Got
I
it.
liked the movie that much.
Did you actually
It's-
have a hot match buster when you were a
No,
kid? Oh, okay.
no. I was way too shy. I'm a little bit like Beth that I would have never admitted in front of my
Yeah.
parents that I had I had a poster of the Statue of Liberty.
Yes.
USA number 5.
This is true. That's the only I think, and maybe a polar bear or like a seal. I don't know, some kind of animal.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like my bedroom honestly looked like something. You know what? It looked like the bedroom of a child who had been receiving Reader's Digest magazine since she was 9 years old, and who did cross stitch.
Uh-huh.
I had a very tasteful striped wallpaper with valances and curtains that had a bird pattern, which was carried over in a nice, soothing navy with dark red accents comforter with gray furniture.
Great.
So basically, I look like the corporate offices. It was fine. It was very generous, actually. It doesn't matter. It was very nice.
Yeah.
I didn't design it myself.
Yeah.
But I would have never said do anything different. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But like,
I hid all that
yeah,
internally.
like when the lights went out and you were just sitting in bed, you'd be like, you'd look at the wall and be like,
I'd be like River Phoenix.
Yes, yeah, you drew out the sneakers poster in invisible ink. That's my River Phoenix go-to movie.
Well, Stand By Me was probably more, you know.
Yeah, but that didn't have Robert Redford.
what?
That's fair.
Is that who you had on your wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Mhm.
Just stare longingly at your
Hot
spaghetti
Rob.
sauce.
Hot Rob, Hot Paul.
Hot Paul.
Ooh.
Gonna open up a can of spaghetti sauce and dump it on myself.
Are you like a class statement?
Yeah, I guess Paul Newman's on that spaghetti sauce.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were making reference to the spaghetti scene in the movie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Totes Recall.
.com.
Wait, were you just ending the show?
I was trying to. Yeah.
Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. New episodes of Totes Recall drop on the 15th of every month. For more information and bonus content, visit us at totesrecall.com. Thank you so much for listening.